Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning storm pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked on a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real left, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just going to wing it? There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
And now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern black like on the 10-pound test. Smoke sass, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning stone pimp. Straight limbing, rules from drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling.
Yo.
Balloon filling.
What it do?
MC killing.
Welcome to Senning Show.
The $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long.
Tis that time. Halfway through the week. I am John Senning. He, freshly returned from the Great White North, the Brown Thrasher, the Agent of Chaos. He is dizzy. Find a way to be a part of the program. 800-771-1025. You can hit us up on social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. And you can watch the program. We got a nice, strong stream right now. 1025 The Bone on YouTube. Shout out to Bill 2859, Ron Slater, Mountain Los 1123. FJ Bar 75, Olympic runner, some OGs, some new names I recognize in there as well. Thank you for being there every single day. Dude, these little stupid instruments, they're making me want to learn how to play. No, but I'm saying they're silly. They're fun, but you know, we're having fun here. Dude, they've made me really want to learn how to play an instrument.
Really?
So we have a guitar that has been in the office for like a very, very long period of time.
Yeah.
And something about the last couple days, I've been thinking about learning to play the guitar. So last night I started watching YouTube videos about how to play like certain songs.
Yeah.
If I could just learn to play, like I could be douchebag at a party guy if I could learn like 2 or 3 songs.
You would look good with a guitar, bro. You're a guitar-looking guy.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. I mean,
like, especially I could see you under a tree, no shoes, obviously, just tuning away on it.
Dude, you're absolutely right. And I just, there's something. Have you ever even like picked up a guitar and like attempted to strum it or anything like that?
Stupidly. Yeah.
There's something about, and people who play guitars are like, what is this idiot talking about? Like, so this hand, my left hand, no good. I can't do anything with it. I'm right. Really? Well, I mean, I'm right-handed, so I'm just saying this is my least dominant hand, and it's just not very skillful. So the fact that you have to do all of this, like, you got to do that while you're strumming with this. It's like the right? Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be the other way. You hold up top with your right and you move your fingers up.
No.
Really?
No. You strum with your
dominant hand,
and then you.
Oh, that seems difficult too. Yeah.
You do that with this hand, and it's very much like the this where you.
Yeah.
See, dude, I don't think I can
even
do it.
do that.
Hold on. Can you do it? You look like you were doing it.
Yeah, I could do
So
that.
wait, what am I doing?
You got to pat your head and rub your
I'll start
tum-tum.
this first.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
easy.
I can't do it,
You can't
dude.
do that?
There's no way I'm
Oh,
playing
man,
the
you can't do
guitar,
the
dude.
other ones where you got to go like one finger this way and the other.
Hold on.
Can you?
Hold on, let me try to get this one first.
Oh,
I gotta get this
man.
one. I gotta get this one good
Now
and
start
going.
patting. You kind of stopped, bro.
Dude, I think this isn't just me making an excuse, but you know that I have like this thing where I had like serious
The ear?
issues on my left side,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
like messes up your equilibrium.
Yeah.
It does feel like my left hand and left just quadrant is far more helpless than the other average.
It kind of
person.
checked out on you.
Maybe
a while back?
it was just like, yeah,
Like,
no,
we're here for show.
We're no good anymore.
Yeah.
Now this part's got me freaking out. So I'm rubbing my belly in a circle.
Yeah.
And now I'm patting my head. It's like
barely do that because when you went from circle, when you started patting, you just kind of went up and down.
And if you notice, I start like moving my head like in a
Brushing
wave.
yourself? Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's problematic. Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's not easy.
Dude, you're doing. You know what? You're doing really good at that. I will say that. Hold on. What if I tried the other one? So now I'm rubbing my belly with my left hand. This is really something you need to see to believe on YouTube. Sorry for everybody that's just listening, but we got the big wigs in the building too. They're like the vice president of the company. Probably like, these idiots.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Walks by the TV and sees you rubbing your tummy. Well, not even doing it correctly.
Yeah. This guy, first of all, he's like, this idiot's doing it on the radio. Secondly, he can't even do it.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. We're bringing in replays of Billy Madison. Get this prick out of here. Dude, I can't do it.
I see that.
Wow. I just started
see
patting
that.
my belly.
That's insane that you can't do that.
Well,
so
so
the
maybe-
other, because I was saying the other ones where you go forward with one finger and then the other one has to go the other way.
Oh, no way, dude.
I know. It's hard for me. I don't even know if you're going to poke yourself in the eye.
No way,
dog.
dude. No way. No way. I have to thank everybody, and I know that he's not out there listening, but I want to thank everybody who voted on the Instagram poll yesterday that was put up by Dizzy about Pat Maroon and about whose fault it was that he had not been on the show. Yeah, do you have an
Final
update?
count?
You have an
I'll get a
updated final count? Because I know this morning the vote for it being Pat's fault was far above 80%. So it made me feel very good. And again, I know that this is my people. But at the same time, it just it felt good.
So the final count right now is 80% Pat, 20% you.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you? I half did it for you because I thought you would appreciate it. Did you see that I shared it? Did you hear the song that I put on it when
No,
I
I
shared
didn't
it?
hear the song. I saw that you shared it.
No, listen. Go listen to it because you'll appreciate it. A bit of a deep cut that goes right along with the post.
All right, let's see, John.
Yeah, you'll like it. I think you'll like it. It took me. I spend far too much time thinking about the songs I want to put to my Instagram stories, and this one took me a minute. But in the end,
Some Akon. I like that.
Put that blame on me. Underrated. Even though it's not my fault, you can put the blame on me. We are going to do a little punch out talk later in the program at about 2:00. I missed, I guess, a big portion of the conversation to how all of a sudden this became possible again.
Yeah.
But I did. We have multiple elements within the discussion that involve us, that involve Diz, that involve people that are related to Diz. And we'll take your calls and we'll flush out some of those ideas at 2:00. We're going to do Fat Boy News a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But I wanted to mention, and I don't know, I'm not good at keeping secrets, and I don't know what to tell and what not to tell. But I got an email. I've gotten a couple different emails, and this might go down as one of mine / ours / however you want to look at it. Busiest summers of all time, and I wanted to throw a couple things out there. Just, do you ever remember? This is the vision I had. Do you ever remember when you would watch the shows on Friday night? Did you ever watch like TGI Friday, like Family Matters and all those shows?
Yeah, okay.
Or they would do it for like the Saturday morning cartoons, where they would have like a special where they gave you like a sneak preview of all the things that were going to be debuting in the new season. Do you remember any of that?
Like the new shows coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be like a half hour, and it would just be all about the new shows that are coming out.
Oh no, I don't.
Well, they did that for Saturday morning cartoons, and eventually they did it for like TGIF and all of that.
Okay.
So that's what I was envisioning when I found out all these different things that'll be happening this summer. I do want to mention, because I think it's essentially locked in, June 13th is going to be a big day. If you were paying attention a few weeks ago, we had my buddy Trey from Liquor Depot in here, who has the Elijah Craig barrel pick bottle.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be doing that bottle pick on the morning of June 13th at the Waters location of Liquor Depot, and all the proceeds from those bottles are going to be going directly to Satchel's Last Resort, which is an amazing animal rescue down in Sarasota that keeps dogs that can't find homes, the non-kill shelter. They also adopt dogs out, and I posted it on my Instagram story. You can see it at @TheJohnSenning. He got the labels printed up, and it's got a picture. It's got the Senning Show logo, but it's also got pictures of actual adoptable dogs. So that's going to be awesome. Circle your calendar for June 13th. And then this might be the one part that's giving too many details, but the plan is for the first bunch of people that get bottles, that will also be a ticket to get you into an event later that evening at the brisket shop with some great food. We'll have some dogs there, some bourbon, and all of that. Something you don't know about yet, and they probably don't want me to announce it yet, but we're going to be doing a bunch of watch parties for the World Cup.
Oh,
yes. So
you and me?
I don't know. I don't know exactly the bone / the show / different variations of different things, courtesy of our friends at Bud Light. And June 12th is one of those dates. I know June 19th is one of those dates, and June 25th. So just to kind of give you an idea of the things that are cooking up this summer into the next couple months. And then this is probably the biggest thing they probably don't want me to talk about, but just a masterful coming together of beautiful brands in the Tampa Bay area with Wild Fork, Bud Light, and the Brisket Shop / Tampa Bay Outdoor Kitchens. We're going to be doing a bunch of events this summer where we'll be out grilling. Danny from the Brisket Shop is going to be out grilling up amazing food from Wild Fork, and we're going to be giving away just an out-of-this-world insane prize at the end of it all. So all I can tell you is there will be plenty of opportunities this summer to come out and see us. And then, I believe in the
there's more.
I believe in the month of July, and again, if some of these don't happen, I do apologize, but I have no patience. In the month of July, I believe it is coming to fruition. This is the working title, the Just Call Mo Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I believe that we will be vrooming, and there will be a go-kart tournament. It will be held at a place where the go-karts go fast, and it will be legit. There will be heat races where we all, you pretty much have to qualify to get into the final race. There will be a winner crowned. Hopefully we'll have food. We'll be able to help out a charity, and it'll be a ticketed event. So
every time someone comes past the lap and comes first, we got to play the song, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
Yes.
So it's going to be a crazy summer with lots of fun stuff going on.
Yeah.
What's up with the World Cup?
What do you mean?
Like, what is? I know that
How does it work?
I know it's a soccer tournament.
Yeah.
I do know that. But I mean, so are these teams? Hang with me. Are these teams that already exist, or is it like the Olympics where people from different countries then make up their team?
You represent your country.
Okay, so it's not like the teams that already exist out there play.
No, it's
different
not
teams.
club teams. Yeah. It's international, and it's kind of like the Olympics comes around every 4 years.
So how bad is the United States of America? Like, do we have a chance to do anything, or are they the laughingstock of
Our coach is pretty good. The talent isn't bad, but the problem is we have a new coach making a new system. It's hard.
Who's the coach of the USA World Cup soccer team?
Pochettino. He used to coach at the club level. He did pretty good. Pochettino
does not sound American to me.
No, he's not American.
What the? And he's the coach of.
But that's what you want. The American coaches we have, they can barely get us over the hump. The best we've done that I remember is quarterfinals, and we got robbed against Germany. Years ago. That was 2000, I want to say 2.
And it's here, right? Is that the other thing? It's in America?
Yeah.
Which I think is a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we hosted it way back.
Are people going to be, people will be hyped for this, right? Like, people will be hyped for this.
Yeah. And it's a new system, the way they're doing it. More teams are introducing, which kind of weird, but it's going to be dope, man.
And you gotta, I imagine it's not like single elimination. There's like round robin.
Group stage, and then you advance to the knockout, and then it's, do or die all the way to the finals.
Okay. Maybe with your help and with the help of these watch parties, we will be able to, or I'll be able to understand better, and we can get into it a little bit. Yeah, they're doing one at Al Lang at the stadium.
Yeah, where the Rowdies play.
They're doing one at Ferg's, and then they're doing one at Janus. So they're going to be a huge venue. So if those venues all end up being packed out and everybody's super into it,
yes,
because I love. As much as I can't wrap my head around or haven't yet in my life gotten into soccer, like when you look at those soccer stadiums just going buck nutty, losing their mind, and all of the chants and everybody's jumping up and down, Like, how could you not want to be a part of that? Even if you don't really understand the sport, like the vibe that surrounds soccer in the places it's most popular is pretty badass.
Yeah, exactly. You get to hear all the chants and everything. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We touched on this yesterday with Joj, and I actually posted a tweet last night, and I deleted it because I wasn't like I was fired up. I just felt like I couldn't put into words exactly what I was feeling at this exact moment, and it's been building inside me, and it has to do with Michael Jackson. It has to do with Michael Jackson, and we talked about it a little bit with Joj yesterday during Judge Juicy about this new 60 Minutes Australia and all of that. I almost feel like society as a whole, or maybe the United States of America, however you want to look at it, almost like this was a psyop or an experiment, or I for some reason just feel like I've awoken out of this haze where my whole life I've kind of like hemmed and hawed about Michael Jackson and been like, well, there were never really any charges, and these people, maybe they're just looking for a buck, all of that. And all of a sudden, through watching this thing, through watching old interviews, through just seeing what he was all about, I just feel this overwhelming sense of how in the hell is this guy not remembered as one of the most bizarre, creepy individuals that ever lived on planet Earth? This man, this grown man, essentially had to have a young boy in his bed every night. When he was on tour, he had a boy, usually under the age of 12 years old, in his bed with him. If we just stopped it right there, there has never been and there will never be another famous person or anybody who ever existed who could get a pass for that type of behavior.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's just, and so going into this documentary thing that I watched, it's insane because he supposedly molested all four of these kids, and they never knew that each of them had been separately molested. He befriended the dad of this family, is like the owner of a hotel, like a big hotel chain. So when he was young, he just got in with this guy and became buddies because he was staying at his hotels all the time. And then he would take these two boys. He just took the boys with him on tour all of the time. And they just talk about how when Michael was on tour, every night he had a different young boy sleeping in his bed.
And this was factual? Like we knew this for fact?
The sleeping in the bed part, take that as factual. That you can, what
for
goes
sure?
on. Yeah, yes, that is not up for debate.
I never knew that. Every night he would be like, give me another one.
He had
like a different boy in every city.
Well, so it really was, this family had three boys. So he was rotating these boys out of who would sleep in the bed. But then going back to the first kids that did the Leaving Neverland, at the very least, Michael admitted to sleeping in the bed. This goes back to the clips of him. I think it was 2020 that he did back in the day where he said, what's more loving than sharing your bed? And it's just, if you just put it through the lens of today, and maybe it's his greatness, maybe it's the music, maybe it's because people know so much about his troubled past. I just, for some reason, after watching that and going down a rabbit hole of watching old interviews of Michael Jackson, I go, how is this a guy? And don't get me wrong, I'm going to listen to the music. I still can listen to the music. Unbelievable performer and everything that comes with it. But it's just crazy to me that there can even like be a documentary and he can, or like a movie, and he be celebrated in so many ways. And I just am in a place right now with Michael Jackson where I go, what am I missing? Why are people not more weirded out by this guy at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone always thought he was a weirdo, even when he passed away. I don't think that was ever a thing that was up for debate. I gotta, I guess, do more research. I never knew anything about this boys in the bed thing. I knew he was a weirdo. I knew he liked to be around children. I didn't know he used to swap them out every different city.
And the thing is that
like, how do you defend that?
That's really once you start getting into the things that these kids are making accusations about, I guess you could, as I'm watching that, I go, first of all, this family's rich. This family, their dad owns a bunch of, hotel chains. Like, they're very, very rich. You think about, or I think about when I watch this, is there a price tag that you or any normal human being would be willing to take to go on the news or go out publicly? First of all, make your parents look like garbage. You essentially said, oh yeah, my parents hoard us out to Michael Jackson. Like, he would be alone with us for days on end. They let us go on tour with him. They let us sleep in the bed with him, everything in between. So you make your parents look bad, and then you have to publicly relive all of the things. And I just wonder, even if you, would it be worth it? Like, if there's money at the end of it, like, was it worth it?
I mean, I think there is definitely people out there that have families that even if they're rich or whatever, they don't like them. Yeah. So they're like, if I had to throw them under the bus to get me ahead, I'll absolutely do it. I think there's people like that out there.
The other interesting thing about this story was that you have to get then 4 kids who I will say, and this is where it gets crazy, because the other kids did it too, from the Leaving Neverland documentary. After Michael Jackson died, this family with these kids who were grown adults at the time went on Oprah and spoke up for Michael Jackson after he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is absolutely insane. I think I might have one of the clips of Michael Jackson talking about sharing his bed with kids.
And so it was that we came back to our meeting at Neverland with 12-year-old Gavin. I'd found this easily the most disturbing moment of the past 8 months.
Some have, and they say, is that really appropriate?
When you're talking about children, we met Gavin. Mm-hmm. And it was a great privilege to meet Gavin because he's had a lot of suffering in his life.
Yeah.
When Gavin was there, he talked about the fact that he shares your bedroom.
Yes.
Can you understand why people would worry about that?
Because they're ignorant.
Oh, that's the South Park thing.
But is it really appropriate for a 44-year-old man to share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all?
That's a beautiful thing.
That's not a worrying thing?
Why should they be worrying? Who's the criminal? Who's Jack the Ripper in the room? This is a guy trying to heal a child. I'm sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. I gave him the bed because he has a brother named Star. So him and Star took the bed, and I'm on the floor in the sleeping bag.
Did you ever sleep in the bed with them?
No. But I have slept in the bed with many children. I sleep in the bed with all of them. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side. Macaulay Culkin's on this side. His sister's in there. We're all just...
Like, I think, and I'm sounding a little bit like a broken record, there's just never been another human being on planet Earth that could say something like that. And people would go, hey, he had a messed up childhood. He's still a kid. Like, it's just, and maybe it's the modern day where everybody's super vigilant of pedos and the famous people wanting to be with kids. But it is just, I don't know. So for some reason, I just feel like I came out of this haze of thinking about Michael Jackson all these years. And I'm at the point where I go, what are we missing that this guy isn't at the very least labeled as like extremely problematic?
Yeah, he definitely has some weird takes on being in bed with children. I kind of remember that clip a little just because of the South Park stuff.
Look at the picture I just sent you. So that picture they feature in the documentary, and the kid is pretty much saying like that was at the peak of his abuse. And in that photo, he's saying I was terrified and I didn't know what was happening. And I mean, it's a shirtless little boy who looks absolutely like terrified on Michael Jackson's lap. And there's a bunch of different, they use all these different home videos of Michael Jackson in this documentary where he's just wrestling around with these boys in their underwear. And I don't know, dude. It's just, I
just always thought that we always thought he was just a weirdo and like super talented, but not all there when it came to the way of the world and stuff.
And is that there's still a sliver of a chance that that's a possibility? Yes. The other element of it that I was thinking about last night was I think it's pretty well documented that in situations when a kid goes through like severe trauma or he's abused, and it's not always, but I think this is proven that those people have a tendency to then become the abuser. Yeah. And I think that everybody gives kind of the first pass is, well, he lost his childhood, so he's just still being a child, rather than leaning into well, he was brutally, traumatized in a million different ways as a kid, and now maybe he's passing that down to all of these kids. It's just I don't know. I know this is like a story that's from the mid '90s, but I'm having a grand awakening about Michael Jackson.
What did you delete then?
What's that?
What did you delete?
I mostly deleted it because I dropped a couple F-bombs in it, and it just wasn't. I didn't say what I was trying to say. I shared that picture, and I pretty much said, like, what the F am I missing here? Like, how is this? At best case scenario, this guy is one of the creepiest humans that ever lived. Worst case scenario, he's the most prolific, blatant child predator that we've ever seen. Was
okay.
Pretty much
I could get along the lines of that because it does make sense. At the very least, everything about this is weird, and we shouldn't have gave this a pass. But kind of like Joe just said, it's really on all those parents for doing.
Well,
this stuff.
It would be on the guy who's molesting children first and foremost. But
yes, but also it's almost equal blame because he wouldn't be able to do all that. The parents didn't be like, "Here is my kid on a silver platter."
Well, I'm always going to put more blame on the guy that has the interest of touching little children. But like, even when you go back to the kid that came out like kind of in his prime, they paid him $25 million. And I really think people just kind of pick and choose based on what they want to believe, like which hill to die on. Because a lot of people nowadays, depending on the situation, would say, well, if you pay somebody off, you're guilty. And to pay somebody off $25 million, when these kids that are in this documentary first started talking about going public, the Michael Jackson estate offered them each $670,000 a month for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Which is hard to wrap your head around. And if you got the money and you want to protect the guy's legacy, maybe you do that. But it's at some point, do you not want to have the fight and try to prove somebody's innocence?
I will say, though, paying people off and just keeping out of court, I don't think that means you're guilty. I think it just means your team is like, let's get ahead. Like, let's get past this. Did you do it? Did you not do it? Who cares? No one's going to talk about it. If you pay this off now, it'll be, old news in 2 days.
Yeah. And I think there are two trains of thought. Like, that's probably closer to reality.
Yeah. But when you give me the details of that, they're like, we're going to pay you every month.
Yeah.
So when you get to like 38, you don't go, do I really want to stop getting these checks? You're going to go, I'm going to just deal with this pain.
And I think that in this thing, you really get an idea of, I don't think there's ever going to be anything ever that you can compare this to, because I was having this debate / conversation with Danielle last night. I believe Michael Jackson is the most famous person that ever lived on planet Earth. And I don't even know who number 2 would be. Like, I think at his peak, there was nobody more popular. There was nobody more famous. So when you, as a young child, get even brought into that orbit, like, what is that? Even for the adults, as messed up as it is to say, like, you are living an experience that probably nobody else could ever be able to relate to ever again.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy had a damn amusement park at his house where he's bringing these kids over. He's got Bubbles the chimp. I mean, who doesn't want to play with a chimp?
That's true.
Yeah. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, it's Mike.
Mike, what up, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Not too bad. What up? What's up?
Good. What's the difference between Michael Jackson and a grocery bag?
What?
One's made of plastic and not safe for your kids, and the other one carries your groceries.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Do the drum.
I guess when you bring up things that were technically news stories in 1996, you're going to get jokes from 1996.
Yeah.
As well. And I will. As messed up as what's crazy? That's me from a couple of minutes ago. What's crazy is that it sounds like it was really 60 minutes because we talked yesterday about the timing.
Yeah.
They came out with this long ago. Like they came out to their family and told them about all of this. What's really wild is they sit down and the girl, believe it or not, was the first one to say, Michael Jackson did something to me. And they're all adults at this point. And then one by one, to their parents as adults, they go, oh yeah, he was doing that to me too. He was doing, and so for it to be happening to all of them and none of them know is pretty crazy. Senning Show, last call. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dakota.
What up, Dakota? How you doing?
Hey, Michael Jackson's pretty famous, but I mean, not that I believe or don't believe or whatever, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's saying Jesus Christ is more famous.
Jesus Christ more famous?
I don't know.
than Michael Jackson?
I mean, fame is an interesting word because
Jesus couldn't moonwalk.
Jesus maybe more name recognition, but a lot of people, a lot of feelings about Jesus. There was a moment in time where I would say Michael Jackson was almost predominantly just beloved.
I think if you held a photo of what we believe Jesus is and Michael Jackson, you're getting more people to guess Michael Jackson than Jesus.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, and he's dead. He's not here to
both of them
to defend himself. Well, Jesus, you never know. Jesus, he could be back at any moment. We're always waiting. But the man also wrote Billie Jean. Can you separate the art from the artist? Based on the way this song makes me feel, I think I can. Do not go anywhere. I want to give away some prizes next. We're going to do a rare That Thing ticket giveaway. I'm looking for people who had a doctor or a surgeon make a mistake. When you go to the doctor, when you go to get surgery, most people believe they're in pretty good hands. There's a story about a kid who just experienced what should have been a minor injury. Shouldn't have been a big deal at all. But the doctors were complete idiots. And what they did ultimately led to some very, very bad things. If you have a story about a doctor or a surgeon or a medical professional making a mistake, I want to hear about it, and we'll hook you up with tickets next, right here on Senning Show.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone. It's talk radio where we say what we want all day long. You know that crazy you think about all day, every day? Well, you may think it, but we say it. That is 102.5 The Bone. Real raw radio.
Retail therapy can turn to physical therapy after you fall and hurt yourself at a store. If you've suffered a slip and fall injury, call Fair and Farah. Our team of investigators will find out if the property owner is responsible for whatever caused your fall. We know that witnesses can vanish, evidence can go missing, and accident scenes can change. So contact us immediately. The sooner we're on the case, the better. You may be down, but that doesn't mean you're out. Fair and Farah. Tampa.
EVs and hybrids are taking over again, and Ken Ganley Kia has more than any Kia dealer in Tampa, with over 150 in stock. That means more options and savings for you. Lease a 2026 Kia EV9 starting at $269 per month, or get up to $5,000 off a 2026 Sportage Hybrid EX. Drive with confidence, backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited battery warranty. Ken Ganley Kia, NewportRichie.com, where the savings are electric.
For offer details, call 727-853-1393.
Turn up the temperature at the Gold Club, where Tampa Bay comes to play. Enjoy the hottest lineup, the boldest atmosphere, plus prime rib every Wednesday, and the hottest lunch specials daily from noon to 3. More VIP, more stages, more champagne. Visit 6222 East Adamo Drive or TampaGoldClub.com.
Hey, it's Alex Flores from Furman Chevrolet in Brandon. You know, as a veteran, it's important to me that men and women who served our country always feel welcome here, because you deserve it. And there's a reason we're #1 Chevy dealer in Tampa. At Furman Chevy Brandon, we say yes. Yes to transparent pricing, no dealer add-ons, no inflated markups. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And from me personally to all my brothers and sisters who served in the armed forces, yes, you are always welcome here. Come see us on Adamo Drive or visit FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy of Brandon, together, let's drive.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hey fellas, it's JoJo here, aka Judge Juicy. We need to talk about something serious for a second. Your penis. If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, so is your partner. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it because at Prestige Men's Medical Center, they restore men's sex lives. Even when Viagra and Cialis don't work, their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE regardless of your age or your medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right there in the office before you even leave. Men, you can now last longer. And the best part of Prestige Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone check for free. Do yourself the favor and call today. 813-288-2202. Get your confidence back. Get back to your old self. So book your free first treatment today. 813-288-2202. Or go to prestigemensmedical.com. And that's my final ruling.
Treaty Oak Revival. Saturday, October 3rd, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With special guests, 80 Acres and Belmont. Get tickets Friday, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Treaty Oak Revival. New album, West Texas Degenerate, out now.
West Texas Degenerate.
Treaty Oak Revival.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Summer is a time to grow and play, but for many local children, it's also when school meals stop and hunger begins. You can help provide the meals kids need to stay active, keep learning, and dream big during the break. Help us fuel a summer of possibilities for children across Tampa Bay. To join the mission, visit cerealforsummer.org.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Why would you want to pass up on the living with life? When there's only one thing in this life, and that's love. Don't tell me I ain't right. Oh.
Welcome back to Senning Show.
But who in this world would
Thanks for being here. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. Hit us up on social media at TheJohn Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. Thank you to everybody watching. You can watch live as well. 1025 The Bone on YouTube. Even if you're just listening, I always say, use it to listen, and then if something pops up like I'm trying to pat my head and rub my belly at the same time, you can just flip over your phone and see what's really going on. Nile Crocodile M4U?
No, that's definitely been in there.
Damn it. I really got to stop doing this because now it's just making people feel unseen. Like I've dedicated my life to being here every day and you didn't even know I was here. For For the most part, like I've had stuff done in my life. When I was younger, I touched on it earlier, I had all of these ear surgeries. I was too young to really have a mind of somebody who would like question a doctor. You're just, when you're a kid, it's like something's wrong with you. You gotta get it fixed. I've had, as an adult, I had the kidney stone thing a couple times where I had to be put under and they had to zap me and do like a surgery type thing. And it never, I don't think ever in my life going through any medical thing have I been like, I hope the doctor, like you get a little worried, but I never had the thought like, I hope the doctor doesn't mess up. I hope the doctor is on it today. It's just, and that's to a fault. And I think probably most people, a lot of people have that, where it's just, you go to the doctor, they tell you what's going on. Maybe in 2026, there's more people like questioning authority and questioning doctors and questioning, just prescribing tons of medication for people all the time. I think maybe we're asking more questions. But for the most part, when something's wrong, you have an open wound, you need to have surgery, you're like, okay, I get the doctor's going to take care of it. Everything's going to be fine. If the doctor attempted to take care of you and everything was not fine and they made a mistake, I'd love to hear from you. 800-771-1025. I've got Chris Stapleton tickets, big ticket, nice. And Dave Matthews Band as well for a good story. So this it's a sad story, first and foremost. A teenage powerlifter died of sepsis 2 months after graduating high school and 1 month after his doctors pretty much just failed to do what you think would be the most basic thing ever. There was a wound, and before you stitch it up, you need to clean it up. So this guy, he accidentally stabbed himself in the arm while cutting wood on August 15th of 2024. He's a fifth-generation logger. He trekked to the medical center for treatment where doctors, they irrigated it, so they like spray it out, clean it out. He did that with saline. They sutured it, meaning they did stitches tightly, according to the lawsuit. An X-ray ordered by one of two Good Samaritan doctors whom Cantrell's father is suing, so this is all part of the lawsuit. They saw no abnormality. They saw nothing internally wrong with his body. But he goes and he gets the stitches. He comes home. Later that day, his arm starts to swell up. His temperature goes up to 102 degrees. His mother calls the hospital. A nurse says, everything's fine. Don't worry. He's taking antibiotics. It might just take a minute to work. The guy's arm starts swelling. It gets more and more painful. The following day, he started having difficulty breathing. Oh. So this was a fairly small cut on his arm. He gets it stitched up, and things just start going sideways. He's having difficulty breathing. He's having persistent headaches. The teen's mom rushed him to the emergency room that night, where he was treated by the same doctor who discharged him. The doctor then concluded that this kid had a deep tissue infection. Ooh. His condition continued to plummet throughout the night, but the doctor still refrained from removing the stitches, prescribing additional antibiotics. Within a few hours of arriving at the hospital, his arm swelled up 3 times past its normal size, and the wound, I'm going to save you some of the details, was looking real bad.
Yeah.
So finally, another doctor, opens up the wound where they find 12 pieces of organic plant matter, including twigs, pine needles, and moss. The wood, the dirt, and the pine needles weren't showing up and never would have showed up on an X-ray scan.
Yeah.
Cultures of the removed matter confirmed a bacterial infection. At that point, his condition was life-threatening. His arm was amputated to the shoulder by a separate surgical team. His health continued to get worse even after the amputation, and he died August 20th, 2024.
Jeez.
It's just one of those things where, like that specifically, like if I've cut myself and I know I need stitches, I think that's emergency room 101. Like you clean it up, you stitch it up, and somehow this kid had twigs, pine needles, and moss inside his arm when they decided to stitch it up. His family's looking for $100 million in damages.
I mean, they're not going to get that much probably, but they're definitely getting a paycheck.
I don't know. He's dead. So, I mean, I figure if they're dead, you could probably do pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not doing well because he's dead.
Yeah.
Like the pain and suffering of having a dead kid is pretty bad. And it just, again, lends me to the question, Not that you should walk into every doctor's office being a dick. Like, you doing the right thing?
Yeah.
You sure? You get all the twigs out of there? You get all the little dirt out of there? But it's just there was that other story recently of the surgeon who I think did get charged with murder that removed the wrong organ. He was supposed to be taking out the pancreas and he removed the spleen or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like some jobs, as crazy as it is, you can't have a bad day. You can't have a bad day. You can't make an error. You gotta be 100 at all times.
Yeah, but don't, because it's been a while since I've had any surgery done, and I thought after post-surgery they explain what they went and done.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't you would think you'd be like, well, did you check to see if anything was in there? I don't think you understand where I got hurt.
I mean, I can't really visualize it, like how it ended up going down, but just to think that they were like, all right, all clean. And it's just like, you're telling me they don't see twigs and moss and dirt and everything in there?
They just put a Band-Aid on it. Get out of here.
Yeah. Full phone lines, which is very intriguing to me because
that's intriguing or kind of in a bad way. Yeah.
And I wanted to hear the stories no matter what, but I also wanted a bit of a social experiment to see if there was way more people who have had doctors F them up or do something wrong than we would have ever imagined. Senning Show, you're live on the air. You've been holding for a minute. I don't know if you wanted to talk about something else. What's up?
The same hospital.
Hi. I wanted to talk about my experience. In 2024 in January, I went in for surgery to remove esophageal cancer.
Oh, geez.
It was on an outpatient basis. So we left the hospital, and I recall being in so much pain. Next thing I know, I woke up in ICU at Moffitt and found out that the doctor had put a hole in my esophagus.
Jeez.
Like on accident, a hole that was not supposed to be there. While he was removing the cancer, there was an unnecessary.
It was a different hole. But he released me.
Oh my gosh! So what were the?
So I was
after?
bleeding.
So the people at Moffitt told you this, and that was the same place that you had the procedure?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! What were the ramifications? Is this guy get in trouble? This guy did anything happen?
He apologized to me. That's all he did.
Apologize.
Well, that makes it all better.
Apologize.
Yeah.
Did you think about going? Did you think about going through like a legal process, or did you?
I did, but they told me it was too late because of when there's a certain amount of time you can do things.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
But he's messed me up. I had then they find out I have esophageal cancer again.
Oh my
and
gosh!
He said he missed it. I can't believe I missed that.
So
too busy poking holes.
Exactly, he was poking around in the wrong spot. Is this?
So they removed the original cancer that was on the outside. Then on the inside of my esophagus, they found more cancer.
Is this something that obviously they missed the cancer, which has come with its own new set of challenges? Was there like long-term issues because of the hole that he poked in your esophagus initially that he wasn't supposed to?
I still have problems. I can't talk correctly. I can't swallow correctly.
That is crazy.
It was 17 days at Moffitt in ICU, and
all you get is an apology. You get
my bad.
Yeah, he's like, I'm so sorry. I was looking at my phone.
I will learn from these mistakes.
And then for 2 weeks, I laid in bed. They put a stent in my esophagus to stop the bleeding.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that wasn't even removed until March.
That is absolutely brutal. You want to go to Chris Stapleton?
No, honey. Thank you.
Sure?
I appreciate it. I just wanted to tell my
thank you
story.
for sharing that. And that's, I don't want to say that's what I was looking for, but just the kind of thought that, somebody that you trust with your life pretty much can just make a mistake. And then at the end of the day, go, okay, sorry about that. Yeah. And that's the end. So I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I hope that there's a clean bill of health in your future.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Dude, wouldn't you think, and I don't know how hard it is to find doctors, if you make a mistake like that, like you're no longer a doctor. Like I know that it's crazy.
We get fired for less.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. It's like just to set the standard of like, this isn't really a profession where we dabble in mistakes. Like if you make a mistake, if you accidentally poke a hole in somebody's esophagus, you have to go work at Ruby Tuesday now.
Yes.
Like you are no longer fit to be poking around in people's body.
I drew some D's, just some D's,
That
and
is
that was
true.
the whole thing. I didn't put a hole
That
in
is the
someone.
thing. You could have accidentally chopped off a real D, and then you could have still kept your job potentially.
Just apologize. Like, my bad, Mo.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy?
First of all, you guys rock.
You rock.
I love listening to you guys.
Thank you.
My story is not as bad as hers, but I had a growth on my fist, right?
Fist?
And I didn't do. Yeah, on my fist. It looked like another knuckle.
Okay.
And I went to a doctor, and they sent it for a biopsy, of course, to California. And they brought me into an office with like 4 doctors, and they basically told me I had this really bad type of cancer. That at the very least I would be losing my pointer finger on my right hand. And I'm going to be honest, that freaked me out because I'm a righty and, I got sons.
Okay.
But then I end up going to the same hospital that she said, and we set everything up for surgery. And the day before the surgery, I took off time and everything for work. I get a call that the biopsy might have been a mess up. And I'm like, you're kidding me.
Wait, your finger is not gone at this point, is it?
No, my finger's not gone. I went through with the surgery, but but it's still, they scared the hell out of me, and I went through with the surgery. And the good thing was that it was not cancer, so I didn't sue anybody or anything like that.
But still,
I mean, I was freaked out.
Rightfully so. And I mean, if that doesn't get stopped or somebody doesn't double check, you might be one finger down right now. So I'm glad they got it figured out. Thank you, buddy. Dude, as I'm sitting here, I'm realizing we grew up with a family doctor that we all now look back on that we think was bad. But I don't know if he was bad like to the core of his soul, but we had this doctor. I won't say his name. Okay, I'll say his name. His name was Dr. Fram. He was like our family doctor.
Okay.
And no matter what the running joke was, no matter what the hell was going on with you, he pulled out the ultrasound machine like constantly. Like you come in chest cold, he's putting an ultrasound on your chest. You
Headaches,
got headache. I don't know if he ever did my head, but I remember being ultrasounded constantly as a kid. And eventually, I think we learned that he could bill that to the insurance, and it was more. Would you come over here? I want to show you something.
Me come over here.
Yeah. So he also was notorious for taking things off of your body that didn't need to be taken off. So I had a mole on my hand. Look at the scar on my hand.
Oh my God.
From when I was like 10 years old because I had a mole on my hand. Dude, I had a birthmark on my belly. Look at that. Look at that scar on my belly. That's just from the family pediatrician, like family doctor would just hack you to hell anytime anything was on your body. And he would ultrasound you. It's just I'm okay, but I mean, he like clearly was not very good at what he did.
Do you lie about that scar when you see people?
Oh yeah. I tell people I was stabbed all the time. Yeah, that's how I get all my street cred.
Stop the stabbing in the streets.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Dude, I head down to the south side of St. Pete, and if anybody gives me any problems, I'm like, look,
right
don't
here.
Don't play.
And right here, shanked in prison.
Yeah. So needless to say, I wasn't thinking. I started when he started talking about losing his finger, I looked down at my finger and saw that big ass ugly scar that I have, which has the dots from where the stitches were still. Like, I got this when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and you can see where each individual stitch was. It looks like it's like a prop from a scary movie. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Your next chance at $1,000 comes up in 5 minutes. Who's this?
Hey, it's Seminole Scotty. John, how you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I just want to tell you a story about what happened to me when I was born.
Oh, geez.
I was born in Arkansas in a little backwoods town called Mountain Home.
Okay.
And our doctor was new, young guy, and there were complications with the delivery, and he decided to go ahead and try to deliver naturally, and I was coming out breech, which is feet first.
Oh.
And I was hanging halfway out of the birth canal and not coming out anymore. So the umbilical cord was actually wrapped around my neck, and I wasn't getting any oxygen. And they said I was going to die. So they rushed my mom into surgery with no real prep or anything, did an emergency C-section, butchered her open. She's got a horrible scar now.
God.
And then pulled my
They did save her. They did probably save her vagina, though. Your dad. That could have been
they
at the
did
request
save
of
it
your.
from my head.
Yeah.
That is true, John. I like your attitude.
So
but,
they pulled that. This is graphic and disturbing, but you were like halfway out, and they pulled you out the other way.
Yes, they pulled me back through and out the other way, and they said if I'd have gone 30 more seconds without oxygen, I'd have cerebral palsy.
Oh my God. So it sounds like in a way, other than your mom being butchered up, everything turned out okay.
Yeah.
They may have saved your life.
Well, I've still got slight mental problems, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't we all?
It's not because of the hospital.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I mean, you're listening to the show, so the bar has been set at least that far. What a crazy thing! Phone every time a line drops, another line picks up, which just makes me wonder if like doctors are just effing up all the time.
Yes.
And then people just get apologies, like the first lady. They're like, "Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Please forgive me for my mistakes."
And I said jokingly, like, what if they're all from the same hospital? The guy's like, yeah, the same hospital.
Well, remember when we were doing the halfway, maybe not so funny anymore bit of me saying, like, I think I could be a doctor in a. I'm starting to think that I might not be far off.
Oh man, we need to do that again.
Yeah, we do. Where people call up and give me their ailments and their symptoms, and I'm telling you, I could probably get you prescribed, and as long as I don't need to cut you open, I think I could handle things.
Also, we should probably check if that's legal.
Yeah,
just give medical advice over the radio waves. They're like, it's not really.
Look at you, dude. Yes, you really are growing up, buddy. Look at you asking what's legal and what's not
you know
legal.
What I'm saying?
Who would have thought, dude? You've really grown up in the last couple.
Senning
months.
Show has changed.
It really has, dude. It turned you into a pussy. Senning Show, just like me. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, what's up? This is Cole.
Cole, what up?
Nothing really, man. I was sitting here trying to think of any story I could.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. If you had to think too hard, then we might as well get to somebody who's been holding. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, Brandon.
Brandon, what's up, dude?
A local hospital had returned my grandma's brain to us in a bucket of formaldehyde, and the story is way more intense than just that. So she went to the hospital for open heart surgery. And after the surgery was over with, she was in intensive care. Her chest staples opened up, and she got gangrene infection.
Oh, my God.
So one time, I was in sixth grade at the time. I showed up with my mom to visit her one time. The curtain was completely drawn back, and she was naked with bed sores and everything.
Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, man. I mean, this is, you're
not your big mama.
Keep, just be gentle on us, okay? This is getting, please.
It's crazy. So anyways, after she's been suffering already, her pacemaker failed for an hour in intensive care before anybody noticed it.
Oh my God.
And that was pretty much sealed her fate.
So why anyways, where was her body?
She was in intensive care recovering.
Well, I know, but you said they just gave you her brain. So where was the rest of her body?
Man. Oh, I'm getting there.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to lead you along. Come on, we got to give away $1,000.
Yeah. So they basically did an autopsy with her body for a cadaver class. That was her signature was forged for. We found some documents. They ended up forging her signature.
What?
After my mom whispered into her ear after she was like suffering, whatever. Like she said, you don't have to continue suffering. The next day she was gone. Anyways, after that, we have the funeral, stuff like that. My mom goes through some paperwork and found that her signature was forged to use her body for a cadaver class.
Oh, so the brain was removed. You did have a funeral with the body. You just didn't know that her brain wasn't there.
Correct.
Jesus.
And so my mom went to this local hospital. I won't throw under the bus, but it rhymes with Hampa Henrel.
Okay.
This was in 1999. She demanded her mother's brain back, and they provided it. They gave it back to us in a bucket of formaldehyde where it stayed in our garage refrigerator until we sold that house. It stayed there for years.
What did you do with your grandma's brain?
After we moved out, once we sold the house, my parents took it to our hunting camp, and Mom put it in the fire at our hunting camp.
What? That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
And it gets crazier.
You put it in the fire?
You burned your grandma's brains.
Yes, but listen, I already wanted to call yesterday because I was listening on the YouTube show from yesterday, and it was too late to call in about is there something after this? And so after all this craziness happens, it's a week after the funeral, and my mom, I'm sleeping on the living room floor. I'm going to sleep, and me and my mom used to lay in the living room or whatever.
All right. I don't want to rush you, but we're getting to the point where I got to rush you. Give it to me.
All right, yeah. So my mom was laying there crying and praying for a sign after all the suffering Grandma went through that there was something after this. And out of nowhere, a ball of light appeared at our windowsill, and it was there for like 1 full second. It lit up my whole dining room. It lit up the entirety of the inside of the house, and it was gone. within a second. And I'm talking myself out of what I just saw. Like, I was just falling asleep. That was half a dream, whatever. My mom breaks the silence with, Brandon, did you just see that? And I freaked out. I was like, wow, that confirmed what I just saw. She just said I was crying and praying for a sign that after everything Grandma went through, that there's something after this.
Dude, you want to go to Chris Stapleton?
Yeah, for burning your grandma's brains.
Do you want to go to Chris Stapleton? Okay. Jesus, man.
Burning it as a family in the cottage.
Oh, my God.
Crazy work. But, like, what else are you going to do, I guess?
Sometimes I just don't know what we're doing here. You think you have a good idea. You think something's going to be interesting, and then next thing you know, you're burning Grandma's brains.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to beat that girl.
Yeah.
With her story, with poking holes and just getting an apology. They forged signatures, and they had to burn a brain.
But now, I hate to ask the question, like, what do you do with your grandma's brain?
Well, that's what I was saying. They kind of like, what else would they do besides burn it? I don't know if I want to be there for it. I'd give it to someone to burn. Like, can you just
when he said,
handle this?
I think he said we took it up to like our hunting cabin, and I thought he was going to say like we fed it to the deer, we fed it to the pigs or something.
I was expecting him to do something crazy. I'm glad they didn't go that way. We all nod on Grandma. You know, it's good for you, they say.
I apologize. I apologize to those that were not prepared for that. I don't know that I was prepared either. But we're going to give away $1,000 to ease your pain, and then we're now going to move on to something much milder. This hour's keyword is mood. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter mood before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. Let me use that in a sentence. That guy really killed the mood when he talked about burning his grandma's brain. You have 30 minutes. If somebody calls you after that time from a number you don't recognize, please answer it because it could be the prize patrol telling you that you won. Give a shout out to that guy's grandma's burning brain. Give a shout out to the brown thrasher, a little vroom vroom, whatever it is. Just show them that you love us. Again, the word is mood. Go get that money. Do not go anywhere because I've been holding on to this. This morning, the topic of discussion, I don't know through what legality or loophole it's able to possibly happen, but the rumors are that the Punch-Out is a possible reality.
Oh.
And we have at least 3 different scenarios that are directly connected to this program that we need to flush out and figure out if they could become a reality. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way.
Do you remember?
Tiza Energy. It is the pouch you dip between your cheek and your gum. It gives you focused, alert energy all day long, which is what I'm looking for. When I'm doing the show, my brain goes in a million different ways. My words don't always come out right, so I need all the help that I can get. And Tiza is just that. If you're trying to beat a habit, you want to stop dipping, vaping, zinning, maybe just stay away from the snacks, it can help with that as well. Go to TizaEnergy.com. Use the code BONE20 for 20% off everything in the online store. And check out the store locator because Tiza is blown up. Walmarts, Walgreens, 7-Elevens, all over the country. We love you, Tiza. Why spit when you can swallow?
No, I can't let it go.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone.
Big winners, right?
The Bone Bonus. Congratulations, winner. You'd won $1,000.
Is this real? Seriously? Oh my gosh, this is incredible. And I won this listening to Drew Garabo Live, my favorite show on the bone. I'm about to go on vacation to see my kids here in a few days, and getting that $1,000 is going to be so helpful.
Back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
At Farrah & Farrah, our power comes from lawyers who believe in your case. Tampa.
Brandon Honda's having its biggest certified pre-owned event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, Brandon Honda gets certified pre-owned vehicles starting from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. Plus, for a limited time, make no payments for 90 days, and we'll cover up to $5,000 of your negative equity. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com. Call 813-565-0114 for complete details.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Oh, hey there, bud. It's me, Dizzy, fresh from Canada, eh? And while I was up in what we like to call the Great White North, I couldn't wait to get back to my Kava Social Club, eh? At Kava Social Club, they're serving up that smooth, earthy kava, straight from the islands, eh? And let me tell you, bud, it hits softer than fresh powder on a Sunday skate. They're located at 540 13th Street West in Bradenton. Just a quick slap shot over that skyway, eh? And bud, they got events going on all week. Mandarin classes, chess club, and even some karaoke, bud. Instead of being in your house all day drinking Molson's, bud, you need to get out, eh? Check them out online at thekavasocialclub.com, bud, and find an event that works for you. Bring your buddies, your date, heck, even that one friend who talks too much. They'll mellow out real quick, eh? So don't be a Hoosier. Get yourself down to the Kava Social Club. And it's open 24/7, bud. So anytime's a good time to show off. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola! You freaking Hoosiers.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their families. If you've been injured in a motorcycle or car accident, I can help. Give me a call at 866-LAW-FRAN or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good night's sleep.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
When I spin it back, hear the church bells ring. Hey, load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes bang. Hey. When I spin it back, hear the church bells ring. Hey, load it up, pull it back, and the sound it goes bang. I be like heads high.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Thanks for being here. We're cruising through the week. We'll be in the mix before you know it. 800-771-1025. So I'm not clued into all the finer points because I was under the impression that the punch out was not going to happen anymore for a bunch of different reasons. So I usually have the Mike Calta show on at some point in the morning, and by the time I got there, they were pretty much presenting it like it was a done deal. So I don't really know how done of a deal it is, but I heard Mike running through the card, and I had some thoughts. I was sharing them with Gio, and I ended up being on with them. And let's start from the lower, not the lower end, but at least the people that aren't in this room directly first.
All right.
One of the fights that was proposed was your cousin JoJo.
Oh.
I don't want to just associate him with this, but many know him as our JoJo's cruise.
Big Gulp.
The Big Gulp.
Yeah.
He's on the business end of the big. Yeah. The business end of the Big Gulp.
She's on the.
Oh, it depends on what kind of business you're doing.
Yeah.
Either way, versus Rough Shot Todd, who I believe is that Gio's cousin?
That's Gio's cousin.
Who, for different reasons, I think have done some things on the cruise. I don't know how real or not real it is, but the idea was they would fight at the Punch Out, and then the winner would win a free cruise. The loser banned from the cruise.
Oh man.
Now, I do not know Rough Shot Todd. I've been around cousin JoJo. I will tell you this, not knowing anything, cousin JoJo strikes me as a man who has fought, will fight, and I personally probably wouldn't want to get into a fight with him. Is that safe to say?
I would say anyone on our lineup would lose to him in a fight.
Yeah, he's just got how would I frame it? The energy that he brings. He's just got a
whoop that trick energy.
He's got to whoop that trick energy.
Yeah.
Thank you. And honestly, I heard the comment that Rough Shot Todd, and I do not know you, Rough Shot Todd. I heard the joke that he was airboxing in his living room this morning to get ready for it. Is he a larger gentleman?
No.
Compare him to Gio.
Well, he's smaller than Gio. I think in stature and he's Gio's a little bulkier.
Yeah.
He's more like, I'm trying to think of someone here. He's like a little bigger than Drew, I would say.
Okay.
He's not a big guy.
So it's probably within the realm of possibility when it comes to like weight classes. Like neither one of them is probably 100 pounds more than the other.
No. JoJo definitely has at least like 20 pounds on him.
Okay.
Maybe less.
Okay. And have you communicated with cousin JoJo yet? Is he, I know that right now we're just in the phase of feelers because Rough Shot Todd, Gio's cousin, jokingly or not so, said he was in. Is cousin JoJo open to it?
I think cousin JoJo is open to pretty much anybody on the lineup. I'm sure there's exceptions. Like I'm sure he's like, I'm not going to get in the ring, Ian Beckles type of thing. That would be insane. But like, I don't think he would have a problem fighting Todd. And in fact, I would tell Todd to back out.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on how much. Depends on no.
Okay.
It depends on how. It depends on how much you love Todd. Whether or not you want to.
That's true.
You want to tell him that.
I will just say this: Joe from high school. If you found out he was going to fight someone, you're going to go, "Oh man, he's about to whoop someone's ass."
Like, he's about that life.
Yes, he went to a party once, and I text me now if you don't want me to tell you this, but I'm still going to tell it. He went to a party in high school once with the football players looking to beat him up. I can't remember why. And he was literally...
He probably had sex with one of their girls,
Probably. And he was literally talking to this guy at the party. He was like just trying to act normal. And they're like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? They found JoJo. Guy went to shoot the fade with JoJo, so he's like, "Let's go outside." The guy's whose house it was.
All right, can you translate that for us?
They went to fight. He went to fight Joey, and Joey's
shoot
like,
the fade. Okay,
shoot the fade.
Yeah,
so he's like, all right. So they went out. You know how they have the screen doors, and it's like you hit the thing, and it's like, shh, and it comes back and closes. So he goes out there to fight one of the guys. They immediately put up their hands. JoJo hits him twice. The guy falls like right into JoJo, and he's like grabbing Joey's shirt. And as he's grabbing, Joey hits him. One football player runs out. He hits him. And he knocks him out in the first hit. And as he's punching him, another guy runs out. He turns without looking and knocks that guy out and hits him. And then a bunch of football players come and he just took off running because he's going to get jumped. He knocked out 3 guys.
So
in
essentially,
like 4 punches.
Essentially, cousin JoJo is Jason Statham light.
He's got them hands.
He's Jason Statham from the streets.
And that was high school. Now we work out every night together, and he goes on nights like he doesn't really miss a day.
Yeah.
Like it's. And now you want to put him to train fighting?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Rough Shot Todd, close your ears. You don't want to hear. So it's lock it in pretty much. As long as Todd stays.
If Todd doesn't, get scared hearing all this and he's confident enough, it'll happen. JoJo will do it.
So the next offering, and again, this is all just in the works. I have not been on the detail end of this, the business end of this, not to use that phrase twice, but I don't know if it is even possible. It surely sounds like it. So I kind of had the idea that we frame it as Senning Show versus Calta Show.
Okay.
We bring our best. They bring their best. And I can't say with 100% certainty that he's in.
Yeah.
But I can tell you he's interested and he's asking for specifics and he's asking for dates. We would put up the big rig, Pat Maroon. And as it stands now, we have also not heard from this man. Mike Calta this morning floated the idea of Ian Beckles. Ian Beckles versus Pat Maroon in a celebrity boxing match. Team Calta versus Team Senning. May the best man win. And I think the tie-in, and I pitched this to Mike, and I told it to Pat too. I think what we would do is try to find a sponsor to put up a big chunk of money, and then the winner that'll be donated to the charity of their choice.
I love that.
I think that probably works. You haven't heard from Ian today?
I haven't texted him anything about that.
Now I just don't know.
Should we call him?
I don't have any read on whether or not he would be open to. Should we call him? You think he'll answer?
Maybe. I'm sure if he's listening in the shop right now, he'll probably pick up. I can't see him not answering a phone about something we're talking about on air.
Hold on, let's give it a try.
That would be a very interesting fight, man. That would have to obviously be the main card.
Ian, at this point, although he's a specimen and he's in just such great shape right now.
He turned his phone off. He said, we're not talking about this at all.
Oh, I'm almost wondering if he's calling. Oh, wait, is he still on his phone fast? He was doing like a certain amount of time with no phone and no technology.
Well, what do you mean no technology? Like he's going to close his eyes when he walks by TVs?
Well, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's
lights.
That's what I heard him say. Let me try one more time because it's either off or
Ian just walking around with a candle everywhere so you can see and
pretty much. Because Ian he's the most chill dude on planet Earth. Like I don't think it's happening.
Okay, that's fine.
Ian Beckles, if you're out there, if you have a landline near you, please call us. What would be your read on that?
On him not picking up?
Or no, on him being willing or not willing to do this.
I think if I'm Ian, the only thing I'm thinking of at my age, do I want to get in a ring and train to get in a ring and throw punches at someone who could fight. Not saying that Ian can't fight because I've heard he's boxed before. I've never seen him fight.
Yeah.
I've only seen Pat fight on the ice. But Pat's a bruiser.
Pat is a bruiser. And I think secretly, like when I text Pat this morning, he responded almost immediately and it wasn't a no. And it just got me thinking, I think Pat has this deep craving for competition.
Yes.
And probably physicality and
Except Wayne's.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Real competition. Yeah. And I think that it kind of fired something up. In him. So who the hell knows? But, I hear Ian talk about, he played in the league for a long time. And I hear him talk about his shoulders. It's like it may just be we're talking about it, but it might not even be something that's even in the realm of possibility. So then I think the next question is, if Pat's committed, who else can the morning show come up with if there's somebody?
I think the only one that I would be afraid for Pat would be Titus if they put Titus up.
I mean, Titus. I don't know that Titus would do it either. Titus is just
he's got so much going on.
And God forbid he kills a man or something happens. I mean, his face is his moneymaker. Like he's got so much cooking that it may not even be plausible.
But again, even though I say like Titus is a big guy and all that, and that's all muscle. And muscle doesn't really mean anything. Pat, I've seen punch people.
Yeah.
He's got a haymaker on him. So I don't know. I think I would still put my money on Pat, man. I don't know if it's just because we're closer to Pat and it is Senning Show versus whoever.
Yeah.
But I think Pat's going to be hard to beat, man. You got to get someone who could really box to get in there with him. Because he's a bruiser type brawler. And now you train him how to fight boxing and he knows how to throw that popper jab and whatever. Oh, man. I don't know, man.
So one of the other, and I'll be curious if you have any thoughts on this, and this is really, we haven't even gotten to the biggest thing that I'm trying to pitch here that I don't know if is going to be able to happen. But the other idea that I had, and I just don't know that we have the people in our orbit right now, was I thought, I think I text Mike the name of it this morning. Oh, yeah, the radio redemption matchup.
Okay.
So you get two people that, in the best case scenario, are people that were in radio and are now out of radio, and you let them fight, and the winner gets to do 7 to 8 on the bone for a month.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't know. Will Kuntz is the first one that comes to mind just because he's in the orbit. I think he's still technically an employee here.
For Spike, we could bring it back.
Spike is
He's on with Dom, but does that count? Like, no offense to Dom, but I'm saying, like, he wants to be on doing his own content or, like, doing bone content.
Spike on the mic. Can you imagine a Spike on the mic show the way that he wanted to do it if he was able to win? I don't know. I poked around a little bit with Will this morning. Yeah. I don't know that he would do it. He's freshly married, and I just don't think he's interested in a boxing match. So I was trying to think of people who either are on the come up here in the building, maybe somebody who has a podcast locally who like wants to be on the bone.
Like Alex.
Alex did cross my mind. I think his podcast is on a hiatus because the other
stuff going on.
The other guy. But he's a perfect example of somebody. And so that was one of my other ideas, even if we don't have the exact people to fill it. And then lastly, which I text you right away, because I know that you loved going through the process of the Punch Out.
Yes.
Like, you loved getting in that zone. When I hear you talk about it, I just feel like it's something that you kind of yearn for a little bit.
It was definitely, I'm kind of like Pat in the sense that I'm competitive. I don't like to lose, and I push myself, and that was a different thing. Like, I remember puking on one of my first hard training sessions, and I was embarrassed, and the coach was like, no, that's just, you get in the top, you're killing it right now. He goes, that happens to people like you right now. It's like, keep leaning into it. And it just made me a different person as far as like physicality and like training yourself to eat properly and doing all that. It was fun. And doing bike rides every morning.
I've told you, I think we even told the story recently, when I ended up in the room that you were like warming up with your trainer, hitting the bags right before you went out. And I remember sitting on the couch in that little room at Janice and going, this is a scary dude. Like you were in the zone, and was that probably the best shape of your life, or at least one of the best shape of your life?
Yes, because like the other would have been sports, but like this is all over. This is lower body, upper body,
Well, and it's my pitch is, first of all, don't know or think necessarily that this person would want anything to do with it. But I think if you had to say, is probably one of the biggest attractions in Punch-Out history. He did very, very well throughout the years, and that would be Spanish.
Ooh, that would be very interesting.
Dizzy versus Spanish.
I think because he's been gone so long, and who knows what he has going on, I don't think it would be like, I would have been more like, I want to say like hesitant, but just been like, okay, this will be a crazy fight when he was here boxing.
In the midst of it now.
Yeah. After Punch-Out 4, I remember Winky, he was Winky Wright. He was doing the stuff. He said he wanted to see Spanish and me next year. And I was all in, but in the back of my mind, I was like, kind of hesitant. I was like, damn, he has all these fights under his belt. I just did one against Hoppy, who ran the whole time. Me now, been hitting the gym all the time, a little more confidence. I'm going, oh man, and I'm fighting someone closer to my size where I'm not.
Well, he hasn't fought. He hasn't fought in years. I do think with that fight as well, there's got to be a hook for him to want to do it. Like, I don't think he's going to just say, yes, I'll do it. No money, no tie-in. Whether it's something that we could offer him as a station, if he want, kind of, if we don't do the podcast thing or the redemption thing, does he get to do his own thing? Same type of format. Does he, you want to know, it'd be really messed up. And it brings me no joy to say this. And I'm confident it won't happen. What if it was this? But then there's nothing for you to win. You only have something to lose, which I don't like that. But the idea would be, and the great part about the build up to this fight is how much him and I don't like each other. If he wins, he gets to sit there for a week.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's kind of punishing you.
It is, and it would be uncomfortable, and I don't know what would happen. But I'm just trying to think of something that would be of intrigue to him enough for him to want to do it.
Yeah, I don't think he would do it. For me, the hardest thing about doing that fight would be, me and Spanish had one little hiccup.
You guys are pretty much fine.
Like, we have no issues, and it's like now I have to go to that place of like, we got to kill this guy.
Yeah, I'll change that.
Yeah.
Don't
I'll
worry.
drop some stories.
I'm on the case. I'll get so hyped for the both of us that we can make that work. But it's fun to talk about. I don't know if it is going to come to fruition. Seems to be, more legitimate conversations than I've heard in a minute. The other element, and we can talk with him when he's here tomorrow, is Mike really wants to do this this lawyer punch out fight. I do not see Mo.
Mo's not doing
Just call Mo.
Mo's not doing it. And I would never pressure him to do it because Dom, he's more of a scrappy guy.
And he's playing hockey. He's out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he would. I was trying to think of something that's like a challenge, a physical thing you can be combatants in that's not just punching each other.
Do you think Dom would fight Patrick Smith?
Yes.
You think so?
I think both of them would do that. Yeah. And that might be what ends up happening.
I think that would
because
be a
Patrick
good fight.
Smith would do it. I think. I think he absolutely
I think that's more where we should go with it.
Let's take one call real quick. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, John, this is D. Ryan.
What up, buddy?
Hey, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, thank you.
Listening on the app. Man, I love you guys.
We love you,
Yeah,
dude.
no.
We love you.
Dizzy, good news, bad news. Good news, I love your Canadian accent. Bad news is not as good as the other accent that you put on display before.
That's fine, man. Working through all that. I'm glad to hear that I don't have a good Canadian accent. America, baby.
Yeah.
No, I love the Canadian accent.
We don't highlight it enough, and thank you for saying that because Diz's Kava spots are some of the most well thought out and produced commercials running on this, and he's changing them constantly, and it's very impressive. He comes up with all that on his own, and yes, he deserves some props.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good. I also last thought, Patty can't fight anybody, man. He certainly can't fight Ian Beckles. I think anyone he fights will die. His nickname is the Big Rig.
Yeah, I mean he made a living.
Brain damage.
He made a living off it. I'm sorry, you're cutting up. It's all garbled, but
sounded like he was like had to clear his throat.
He really
and his phone.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. I don't want to like talk down on Ian because that's my second dad, and
Papa.
But Pat Maroon is a beast, bro.
I see what you're doing. A little reverse psychology on Ian. Like, you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. All right, let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, a special treat. I want to welcome somebody new to the program. So we'll do that. Not like to the program forever or anything like that. Just a new friend, if you will, that we're going to chat with. And we've also got Fat Boy News. A couple very intriguing pieces of Fat Boy News. If you're somebody who lives here or not in California and you're craving an In-N-Out burger, they say there's a way to do it. And I also want to have a personal note about a cereal that I've been sleeping on for possibly 20 years.
Whoa.
And I'm ready to apologize and spread the good word. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way.
With my big black boots and an old suitcase.
Hawkins Home Service Co. If you're a homeowner and you're sick of looking for a bunch of different service companies to fix a bunch of different things, you got to go with Hawkins because one call really does handle it all. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, pool repair, or HVAC, they can do it all with technicians you can trust in your home with guarantees that really mean something. And if it's your first time using them and you're a Bone listener, you got to let them know because that's 10% off right there, and you can book online. So check them out, HawkinsServiceCO.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Take control of your life and make that change you've been thinking about. Whether you're in a career that you've hated for years and years or just at a dead-end job, how about a life in the world of aviation maintenance? Well, it all begins at the National Aviation Academy right here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida, where you'll be working hands-on, tinkering on jets and engines and planes and all sorts of things that fly through the sky. You'll be trained in just months and entering the workforce, so make that decision today and visit NNA.edu.
Ken Ganley Kia. We're the #9 Kia dealer in the country and going for #1. Here's what that means for you. We're training every day, working hard to earn your business on every deal, stocking more inventory than ever. Because when we have the most inventory, you save big. Simple. And that's how you get to #1. Lease the all-new 2027 Telluride for just $277 per month. We may be coming for #1, but the real winner is you.
For offer details, call 727-853-1393.
Man, these nights have been cold.
Heh, not that cold.
Well, you're from Mississippi, honey. We're not used to winter in Florida.
Especially at night if your power goes out.
Yeah, if that happens, call Bolt Electric.
And we're on our way.
Better yet, call us before that happens to you.
We'll give you our home electrical health and safety check so you can rest comfortably.
We're also experts in installing whole home surge protection.
Guaranteed to protect your electrical system from energy surges.
Just call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Regardless of age or medical history, 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Prestige Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-288-2202. 813-288-2202. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 813-288-2202.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, it's Alex Flores from Furman Chevrolet in Brandon. You know, as a veteran, it's important to me that men and women who served our country always feel welcome here because you deserve it. And there's a reason we're #1 Chevy dealer in Tampa. At Furman Chevy Brandon, we say yes. Yes to transparent pricing, no dealer add-ons, no inflated markups. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And from me personally to all my brothers and sisters who served in the armed forces, yes, you are always welcome here. Come see us on Alamo Drive or visit FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy of Brandon. Together, let's drive.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. Rising energy prices, fragile supply chains, even threats of food shortages. It's no surprise that millions of American families are starting to take preparedness seriously. That's why My Patriot Supply created Family Preparedness Starter Packs. 1 full week of food for everyone in your family. Plus water filtration, cooking tools, and backup power. All for as little as $100 per person. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com to get prepared today. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
102.5 The Bone presents the Florida Rock Symphony Summer Concert Series at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Don't miss the music of Led Zeppelin, June 27th, the music of Journey, July 17th, and a tribute to the music of David Bowie, August 7th. See all 3 shows starting at only $99. Details at theboneonline.com.
Injured? It's your case. Own it. Call Farah & Farah.
Tampa. Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Thanks for being here. 800-771-1025. We'll take some more of your calls in a moment, and we've got some bona fide, high-level fat boy news for you today. But I wanted to take a moment to welcome a new friend to the program. You're going to be hearing a lot about. We'll get it out of the way first. He has the coolest name you're going to hear all day. It is his, as far as I know, his actual birth name. He's with Edgewater Family Wealth, and he is Bratcher Brown. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
We're doing good. Oh no, I'm starting to lose you a little bit. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you for making a little time for us today, man.
Happy to, gentlemen. I appreciate you having me on.
You bet. We got a chance last week. We shared a majestic morning. We drank some coffee together.
Beautiful.
We recorded some interviews together, got to know each other just a little bit. And first of all, you kind of threw something at me before we were coming back from break. Are you a barbecue guy? Do you like to get out there on the smoker and cook up some meat?
I can get down. I've been intimidated away from the brisket. That's the only one that I'm too terrified to try. But everything else, I feel like I got a pretty good method. I got wings down. I got ribs 5 different ways, ready to rock. Pulled pork is a given. So, maybe 2026 end of year when it's not ridiculously hot, I will fire it up and try the brisket for the first time.
Yeah, the brisket is, I don't even try. Like years and years ago, I tried with my dad. When you spend that much time and love attempting to do something and then it turns out just not even edible, like nobody at the table can even eat it. I've started preparing chuck roasts like brisket. It's cheaper. The heartbreak is usually less. So when you mess it up, eventually it just turns into pot roast. So it's hard to.
That is an expensive way to make chili if you screw up the brisket.
Yeah, it really is. So Bratcher is with Edgewater Family Wealth. And, as we get older, all phases of life, you want to make sure that you're preparing properly for the future. And, you and I got to talk a bit the other day, and one of the things that just kind of impressed me was like your appreciation of the gravity of the situation when somebody trusts you with their life savings and to ultimately make the retirement and their future better from a financial standpoint. Talk a little bit about kind of building that relationship and who really can benefit most from thinking about their future right now.
Yeah, I mean, for starters, I tell people frequently, I'm not a doctor, right? There are people out there who hand to hand really do help people, but this is what I got. This is what I'm good at doing as far as I can tell. And it's the best way I've found to help people out. So yes, obviously there's a large degree of trust that goes into that formal relationship. But even beyond that, I take a lot of pride in our ability to hopefully just educate people, because there are plenty of people obviously who can and prefer to do it themselves. who maybe don't necessarily have all the tools they might think they have. So if we have the opportunity and ability to educate somebody, then first and foremost, that's what I'm there to do, and empower people to make the correct decisions for themselves and their families. And if that in some way, shape, or form includes us representing them, then obviously we're happy to take the conversation there if and when it gets to that point.
We've got Bratcher Brown with us of Edgewater Family Wealth. He's just coming into the Senningverse. You'll be hearing more about him in Edgewater in the coming days, weeks, and months. Diz, you'll like this. Former rock star, essentially. This man, I don't know if he wants me to bring this up. He is a musician. He is a musician. He is toured in his younger days. Now, did they play you on 90? Did they play your band on 97X, or did you guys?
I'm sure we've been. Yeah, I think we have been spun on 97X at least a handful of times. But yeah, I mean, if you want to see some people who have no money and are even worse at handling it, you will need to look no further than a bunch of musicians.
I was telling Diz earlier that I really want to learn to play the guitar, but we determined today that I can't pat my belly or rub my belly in a circle and pat my head at the same time. So that probably
you can hardly say it. So you actually do it. This is going to be quite the task.
So I went into this day thinking I was going to learn to play the guitar, and at roughly 1 o'clock, I abandoned all my hopes and dreams and decided.
Some dreams are very short-lived.
Yeah, but they're fun while we have them.
Even if it's just for a morning.
Bratcher, you've got some opportunities for people to sit down with you to hear what you're all about and what you got going on. How can people sign up for those opportunities, and where will they be?
Oh, we lost him.
Did we lose him?
Oh, no.
Am I back in?
Oh, you're back. We scared you. Yeah. Did you hear anything I said?
I know you were talking about some of the stuff coming up. In
yeah.
weeks here.
How can people get signed up, and where and when is that going to be?
Yeah, so we got a few opportunities. We're going to do one in person at the Ruth's Chris in Tampa, and that's going to be in early June on the 10th at 12 o'clock. And then we also have a virtual one on the 3rd for people who are unable to make that. So if you go to EFW, that's Edgewater Family Wealth, EF. Am I back on?
You're back. I know. I don't know what's going on. Well, at least you know that you're not there. It's EFWevents.com where you can sign up to be in person June 10th at the Ruth Chris Steakhouse or June 3rd for the virtual session. Are you there, Bratcher?
I am.
All right.
So, yeah, and I want to stress to people, because I know some people go to these things and suddenly a guy's there trying to get you to sign a contract for life insurance. That is not at all the expectation here. Again, my hope is to educate people, and help them as best I can in that room. There's room for questions. We're going to cover everything from saving in your 401k to how do I retire? Do I have enough? Medicare, Social Security, all the fun stuff. So the hope, again, is to empower people to make the correct decisions for themselves. And obviously we're available as a resource beyond that if it gets to that point.
I know people that listen to this station and they're wondering, if I come see you June 10th at the Ruth Chris Steakhouse, am I going to get lunch?
You can even have the steak. Why
Whoa, look at that. You heard that. Bratcher has got your steak. Ruth Chris, June 10th. And, man, I really look forward to learning more about you, learning more about this entire process and what you do. It's EFWevents.com. And thank you. Is that your guitar?
Is what my guitar?
Oh, I just heard a guitar.
Somebody better not be playing guitar.
I thought I heard a guitar. Maybe I did. EFWevents.com for more information. Bratcher, before we let you go, I'm about to dig into a whole monologue about a new cereal that I rediscovered that I haven't had since I was a child. If you could only have one cereal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, dude.
I'm sorry to put you on the
Just
spot.
Marshmallows from Lucky Charms, I guess.
That's a damn fine choice. That is a damn fine choice. I don't think it gets much better than that. He is Bratcher Brown. You'll be hearing his voice all over the Bone. Welcome to the Bone family, EFWevents.com, and have a great day, buddy. Look forward to talking to you more soon.
All right, appreciate it, fellas.
Thank you. Very cool, dude. Definitely.
Just the marshmallows.
Yeah, if you're in the need and you're thinking about that, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think about stuff like that. Maybe a little bit later, but definitely check out EFWevents.com. Go listen to what the man's got to say. June 10th at Ruth Chris. Get yourself a steak. Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Frosted Flakes. When's the last time you had a bowl of Frosted Flakes?
Had to be when I was a kid, man. I wasn't a really big Frosted Flakes fan. Didn't you say you used to put sugar in yours?
Corn Flakes. So the Corn Flakes, we would add sugar. I also don't know if I've had Frosted Flakes since I was a kid. And Trent and Turner were at our house over the weekend. We went to we went to the wrestling. We went to Backlash. We went to Backlash. So we went and procured some things for them because they were going to be at the house. And Danielle got like a stack of the like single serving cereals.
Yeah.
So she got like a couple Apple Jacks. She got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She got Frosted Flakes, and they did not eat any of them.
Oh, what did he eat?
So
like donuts, and
Uncrustables, and whatever else we're eating. So the first night, Sunday night, I think, this was also the night I ate all the ice cream, if you're keeping track. I had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'm like, damn, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, OG. If I went to the store at that moment and I had to buy a cereal, I would have thought Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But then Monday night, trying to be a good boy, ate good all day, wake up in the middle of the night like I do, and I go, those damn Frosted Flakes are mine. They're mine, baby. Yeah. So I went probably sometime around 1:30 in the morning to the counter, pulled out that single serving Frosted Flakes, and when I tell you I was like teleported back to my childhood.
Man, yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, I don't know the last time I had Frosted Flakes. It could have been when I was 12 years old. And maybe it was just nothing but pure nostalgia. But all I could think about while I was eating that mini bowl of Frosted Flakes was, I have to go get more Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
And I certainly will this weekend be getting a box of Frosted Flakes.
Oh, man, I can't remember. You should not be eating cereal, though, right?
You mean like in my like in general life choices?
Yeah, like.
Well, yeah, probably not. But
yeah, so you're gonna go get some more, dog? Don't do it.
I told myself.
Don't do it.
I told myself that I would be good during the week. So I haven't done that this week. This week through this phase of life since I've been good at the beginning of the year. This week was the first week where it's just off the rails.
I feel like the issue here is one, cereal's not good for you. Two, the average person can knock down 3-4 bowls and not even think about it in a sitting.
I would imagine it'll be a single sitting situation. Like I'll probably be able to kill a
just one bowl and you're good?
No, I'm talking about like
the whole
sit
box
down with the box and within an hour it's
I could see that.
It's gone. Dude, recently we were talking about and this has been in my head and it brings me great joy. I don't know if it's going to be able to live up to the hype, but we were talking about Kool-Aid and all of the different flavors of Kool-Aid and how it's just straight sugar, and it's not very often that probably you or I or any grown adult is just going to whip up a batch of Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid has a brand new product, and I would say it's most likely directed towards adults.
Oh.
Kool-Aid Hydration. Kool-Aid Hydration Packets, a new sugar-free electrolyte drink mix available in tropical punch, grape, and blue raspberry lemonade, offering a functional twist on the brand's classic flavors. What is the chance that a tropical fruit punch Kool-Aid hydration pack can stand anywhere near an OG Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I think they're getting into the game too late. I think there's a lot of the other options before someone's reaching for an electrolytes brought to you by the good folks at Kool-Aid.
Well, I have to at least give it a try because I don't know what it is. Talking about all the bad food I'm willing to eat.
Yeah.
Like whipping up a batch of Kool-Aid and having to pour all that sugar in there. Like that just visually feels like something I'm not going to be able to bring myself to do. But I'll snag a pack of electrolyte Kool-Aid in the hopes that it just tastes a little bit like Kool-Aid and it can bring me a little bit of joy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to do it. The best part of that is when you pour it in, that smell hits you.
Oh, yeah, you almost inhale it. It becomes like a dust that you breathe right in. Were you this isn't a racial question. Were you a Kool-Aid family?
Yes.
Yeah, so were we. Dude, there was always pretty much a pitcher of Kool-Aid in the fridge at all times.
You could always tell when me or my sister made the batch because my batch tastes awesome and hers was like, "Who are you making this for? My grandparents?"
You were heavy on the you were heavy on the sugar?
Yes.
Yeah, you had I think that the perfect batch of Kool-Aid was like a third of the pitcher had to be filled up with sugar.
Yes, if you didn't sit there for like a good 10 minutes just stirring, then it's not good Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
My mom used to do it the right way. She used to do it hot. So
you make a simple syrup almost.
Yeah, it goes all throughout there, and then it cools down, and then it does a lot better.
No grains or anything.
Yeah.
I forgot to play this, but you're in the midst of it, so.
Fat Boy News on Senning Show.
It's people like you who make the world think that Americans are stupid. America.
What's more American than baseball, apple pie, and being fat? This is Fat Boy News on Senning Show.
You're live on the air.
No, you were.
You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Jason.
Jason, what's up, brother?
Hey, brother, the Kool-Aid from the Movement. You know that song?
What?
Nope.
Sing it.
The Movement, great band.
Oh, the movement. Oh, the band. The band, the Movement. Yes, I'm familiar. Do they have a song called Kool-Aid?
Yes. The Kool-Aid.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was like he was speaking in not full word. The Movement.
The Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid.
Song.
Is there any chance that all of those people... Dude, there's not a song called The Kool-Aid.
By the Movement?
No.
Oh, man. The guy's...
it's okay. It's Kool-Aid. It's not spelled like Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay.
Which, I don't know what that means.
Kool-Aid is a terrible thing to waste.
Oh, yeah. I like this. This is a good vibe. They probably couldn't use the K because it's copyrighted, so they had to call it Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is a terrible thing to waste. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Tim.
Tim, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, I know you have late night cravings, man. I've lost like 80 pounds in the last year, man. What's really helped me out is I've been doing basically like porridge. It's good, man.
Porridge?
Go get some. Yeah, man. Go get some
actually half and half is protein and fiber, and add some cinnamon and some raspberries. That'll get you there.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the tip, but porridge is not going to be my path to success in life.
Yeah, I don't see.
That was the thing too, is I was preparing with like good late night snacks and stuff, and I just felt like I had a good handle on what I could eat and when, and that I'm not stocked on that stuff. It's just not working.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. We're gonna get back on track next week. Everything's going to be fine. Fast food fans may have found a way to satisfy their In-N-Out cravings without stepping foot inside of the beloved California burger brand. There is a new viral sensation where McDonald's customers have been using a custom ordering trick to recreate In-N-Out Burger's famous animal style using menu items fully available at the Golden Arches. The hack starts with a McDonald's double cheeseburger with a few modifications. The signature flavor profile of the In-N-Out world-famous burger, which includes grilled onions, pickles, and the chain's well-known spread. So what you got to do, that you add the grilled onions. You can add the grilled onions to your burger. The Big Mac sauce is key. So you do grilled onions on a double cheeseburger. You add the Big Mac sauce, which is similar to the sauce that they offer, and then you get it with lettuce, tomato, pickle, and that is in the style of the In-N-Out animal style burger from In-N-Out. Have you had In-N-Out?
Maybe. But if I did, it's so unmemorable where I'm like, oh my God, we can get an In-N-Out here?
I think that there's been if you have like waited your whole life, like I didn't have In-N-Out until much later in life, like I was a grown adult, and you hear about it, it's like a urban legend almost, the way that people talk about In-N-Out, like it just must be the greatest burger, that by the time you get there, it can't live up to the hype. Like it's
a good point.
There's so many good burgers, so many burger chains, like to be mind-blowingly good, so much so that you've heard about it your whole life. It just the fries also basic as hell, and I hear people complain about that.
Are they like the crinkle?
They're kind
fries
of
or whatever?
No, they're like they look like a McDonald's fry, I guess you could say, but they're very dry. They don't. I would take almost every other fry. But if you are somebody who's craving the feeling of an In-N-Out burger, you can order your burgers at Mickey D's animal style. Add the Thousand Island, add the grilled onions, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and that's about as good as you're going to get because they don't come this way.
Yeah, more of the mom and pop places, like the place you took me before.
El Cap, dude, I am craving an El Cap burger so much, dude.
We got to go back.
We really do.
That should be our spot annually.
We should. We need to do like post show one day. Head up there.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, El Cap is. I dream about it. Dude, I saw this. Why are all these people calling? Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike.
Mike, what up, buddy?
Hey, Dizzy. Hey, John.
Yep.
Hey, I got a question for you, and it's not on this.
All right, lay it on us. Lay it on us, big boy.
This goes to the Punch Out.
Okay.
I only know Jacob two-time from the radio.
Jacob is not fighting.
Yeah,
Jacob
that's not
cannot
happening,
fight.
so
Jacob's not.
that's where you're going with
Not up for a discussion.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yeah, no, thank you.
okay.
I understand you could ask, but yeah, not possible, not happening. Dude, I saw this online and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke, and I've seen people now talking about how this could have the same effect on Buffalo Wild Wings as the all-you-can-eat shrimp had on
Red Lobster.
On Red Lobster. So Buffalo Wild Wings has launched, and I guess they've done it before, bottomless appetizers. So you can get for $9.99 up to a table of 4. You can get all-you-can-eat appetizers. If there are more people at your table, it's just $2.99
to add.
It's just $2.99 to add to the order. So $9.99 for people. You get unlimited, and it's not the sexiest thing ever, but for $9.99, you get unlimited mozzarella sticks.
Nice, love them.
Fried pickles.
Ooh.
Hatch chili queso.
Okay.
Chips and salsa.
Oh.
And large onion rings.
So if you're going to go watch a game, you spend $9.99 and you're spending the rest on the drinks.
That's pretty much what the debate was online is how are you making any money?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I guess it's the drink prices.
I guess, and you hope that people are going to be drinking. But I've always noticed, especially over the years, that Buffalo Wild Wings has leaned kind of young. Like I don't know if they're still showing the fights now that they're on Paramount, but I know that we used to go to one and the servers would bitch that you'd get a bunch of high school age kids that would come in there and just drink sodas all night and barely eat anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you stay alive, but it doesn't end there. You want to go premium? For $3 more, you can make it the premium endless apps and get cheese curds and chips and guacamole in your all you can eat deal as well.
That's a steal.
All you can eat feels like a dangerous game in this world that we live in because people want to get their money's worth, and if you got 4 dudes, especially if they're drinking, I would think 4, 5, 6 rounds. Imagine it's a football Sunday and you're sitting there from 1 to 6.
Oh,
but I guess it is.
You're not going to eat all of that though.
Yeah,
you'll eat food, but I feel you'll get tired of it.
It's also a lot of fried food, and I think it goes through June 10th, so they're probably being pretty smart by not running it through football season. But it still is an unbelievable deal if you're looking for an all-you-can-eat option of fried food.
Yeah,
I wonder. That stuff is cheap though. Fried stuff that comes in there, I still think that they could lose their ass on it. But if you're gonna do something, it might as well be fried food.
I don't know. What hurt Red Lobster is they had tons of different dishes with shrimp.
And shrimp is far more expensive than mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks, just breaded cheese that's fried.
And it all comes in frozen bags.
Yeah.
And it takes 2 seconds to cook.
They probably have a surplus, and they're like, how the hell we get rid of this stuff before we have to write it off?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. You've been holding for quite some time. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was just bringing it back, but I realized I'm in the room time frame. But I was an infant, pulled on a old Fry Daddy, which is the way they used to fry fish.
Oh, my gosh. So somebody was frying something in your house, and you pulled on it, and it got a face full of hot grease as a child?
Face full, arm full, everything. Taken to the emergency room. Instead of taking skin grafts off of the back of my leg so that it could be covered, they took the skin grafts to wrap around my arm and my face off the front of my chest, so permanently scarring me.
What the hell? Dude, that is crazy, man. How are you doing today? How are you? Did it?
It healed up. If you don't really pay too much close attention, you wouldn't really notice it terribly.
I bet you're a handsome man.
Nowadays, they are magnetically connected, so the cord is no longer attached.
Rightfully, yes. Did you have a hand in that?
Yeah.
Did your family sue the Fry Daddy people?
I wish that I could say we had something to do with that, but that was not anything to do with us.
It probably makes you feel better that you're not the only child that was scalded with frying oil as a young kid. Oof. I feel bad he held all that time just to tell us that he was burned terribly.
Underrated fear, getting burnt with oil and hot water and stuff like that. Underrated fear.
Like a bucket of hot oil.
Yeah.
Just All right, don't go anywhere. It's time for John's Joints. When we come back, plenty of news of the day to get into. We will be joined by Drew Garabo. Man, If you ever have paid attention, there's been Netflix series and documentaries about the Murdo murders. Man, a shocking development that I don't think a lot of people saw coming. This might be one of the most connected men in the entire world based on what happened to his trial. We'll do that and a bunch more next on John's Joints with Drew Garabo. I mentioned it with my buddy Bratcher, talking about getting the smoker fired up. I love doing a chuck roast on the smoker. You season it, prepare it just like you would a brisket. It's much easier to handle, less likely for you to mess up as well. If you're a pro, plenty of briskets, pork butts, and cuts for the smoker. You want to do rack of ribs? I love their pork ribs there. They come with the membrane already off, which is a nice touch. If you're looking for stuff to feed the family during the week, unbelievable prices on chicken breast, ground beef, different varieties of ground beef, and burgers as well. And of course, they've got the sides, seasonings, and desserts to go right along with it. And you can get it delivered right to your house. We're all busy. Get it delivered. Become a member. It's only $2 a month. That waives your delivery fee, and just tip the driver. That's all you got to do. You can order online or just go shopping in St. Pete, West Chase, or South Tampa. But check them out, would you? wildforkfoods.com.
My body says I want to, and you know I don't want to complicate it.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone presents the Florida Rock Symphony Summer Concert Series at Ruth Eckerd Hall. You want to rock? We've got your rock right here. And we're making it fancy with a symphony. Come see a live rock orchestra playing all the hits of Led Zeppelin. June 27th, Journey. July 17th, both featuring American Idol finalist Constantine Maroulis, plus David Bowie. August 7th, you can see all three shows starting at only $99. Tickets are on sale now at rutheckerdhall.com. Bust out your best tuxedo t-shirts and get ready to rock. For more details, go to theboneonline.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
The real story in lab-grown diamonds is the outrageous markups other jewelers are charging for them.
That's Brian Stamey, Vice President of International Diamond Center.
Jewelry stores are marking up lab-grown diamonds as much as 800%. It's insane.
So instead of continuing to see customers overpay, IDC is changing the game.
For our customers, we have secured direct access to a wholesaler of fine quality lab-grown diamonds. Every size, every shape. IDC will facilitate the purchase at wholesale pricing directly from the grower. Look, we will always stand behind natural diamonds. But if a customer wants a lab-grown option, we can at least make sure they aren't being price gouged.
International Diamond Center.
For over 4 decades, IDC has stood for one thing above all, protecting our customers. No games, no inflated prices, just the diamond you want at the fair price you deserve.
So don't overpay. If you want a lab-grown diamond, come to IDC and save thousands. International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online, shopidc.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm fixing to tell you something that the insurance industry does not want you to ever hear. Bullies often delay and deny. I see them sitting on premiums paid and making money and dragging it out for as long as they can. Many times, we're forced to take them to court. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Their high-paid lobbyists are on a mission to make sure that at trial, jurors are not allowed to learn that the at-fault party has insurance, and in some cases, lots of it. I can think of no case in all my years where there was no insurance for the at-fault party. So let's fight back. It's all these bullies understand. Tell everybody you know the truth. If you've been injured in a car crash or hurt at a store or business, visit forthepeople.com. We're here 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Hey, it's Mike Calder from 102.5 The Bone to tell you about my friends at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. They've been authorized to sell 200 new Chevys between now and Memorial Day, priced below market value. Do not miss this Stingray Memorial Day event. Have you heard? Trade-in values are up. Trade into a lower payment. You owe it to your family. Upgrade before the best new Chevys are sold, because when they're gone, they're gone. Visit stingray.chevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
This is David Singa of the Singa Law Group. My wife Shafia and I have been practicing law since 1997. We are a small family-owned firm in the Tampa Bay area. When someone calls our office for advice and wants to speak to a lawyer, you speak to one of us. If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident and would like to speak to me, please call me for a free consultation at 813-840-1111 or go to flacrash.com. If you call and I'm not available, leave your name and phone number and I will call you back. The Singa Law Group, main office St. Pete.
This hour of Senning Show sponsored by Trajan Wealth. Retirement planning built on trust.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Yeah, you heard it. There was something in there. There was something playing under there. No big deal. Everything's fine. Welcome back to Senning Show. It's time to fire up John's Joints. The portion of the day where we burn them down. Smoke them if you got them. The biggest news stories, the wildest things happening around the world, with much, much more. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. And a man who can fire off 18 holes, then go play golf, and then make it here. He is Drew Garabo.
May I ask you both a deeply personal question?
Oh God, yeah. I like getting personal. Indeed.
Thank you.
I have one for you too. So
good.
It's not deeply personal. It's just deep.
Neither's mine. So I was springboarding off of what I heard you say about the Kool-Aid hydration package, which sound delightful. Each of you, what is your hydration packet of choice?
Oh, that's a really great question.
Thank you.
And it's I feel like it's becoming such a major thing.
It is.
We got out of the packet game.
Oh.
Because for a couple different reasons. We were going through them too quickly, and a lot of them are super, super expensive.
Yep.
So I was doing some research, and I found a brand that is called Relight Hydration, and it comes in a little like a little tub, so you use just like a you use a little scoop of it.
Okay.
And it's all natural. It's made with it's made by the Redmond company, the bougie salt company.
Yeah,
because the electrolytes are salt, so it's Redmond Relight, and that's what we're using in our home.
So glad I asked. I'm all over that ish.
Yeah.
Diz, what do you use?
One?
You got a hydration? You don't just drink water, right?
With the powder stuff, like
Yeah.
actual, I don't use those. If I ever use the stuff, I use the drip ones.
Oh, like the
Mios, but
Yeah.
whatever that is, and I'll squirt a little in the water.
I was talking to we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. I was going to the new sauna place that I went to, and I bumped into a woman who, per my conversation, and this could be a lie, I was under the impression she was the owner of Element. But it's, when you look at the package, it's LMNT, and they're known for, being all natural, zero sugar, because a lot of them just have tons of sugar.
Yeah.
What do you use?
It's expensive, but it's delicious. The Body Armor Tropical Punch Zero Sugar that you find at Publix.
Dude, Body Armor, Sleeper, currently, I said this recently, my favorite water. Dude, the Body Armor bottled water.
Yeah.
Those are bad for you.
What? Yeah. The water?
It's just water. How can
Like
it be
these
bad
things?
for you?
Talking about these things?
No.
okay,
I'm
okay,
talking about
okay.
just they got in like the straight up water game.
Oh.
They got in just the and then if I find myself wanting to treat of water,
Oh, wow.
I go with the body armor water.
What's the one you said again? I'm sorry.
Relight. RELYTE. They do not pay me, but
right.
it's
You can get it on
it's-
Amazon?
Yeah, and I would recommend. I've tried all the flavors.
Yeah.
I would recommend the strawberry lemonade. It tastes like delicious strawberry lemonade with like a little bit of like saltiness to it.
Ordering it
It's
right
very
now.
nice. We've
Thank
tried a bunch, and they're very expensive.
Use
This-
promo code SEN30.
Yeah, Sendo. I meant to bring this up in the last break, and I wanted to ask you, and I'm sure I've heard a version of a story before. Your most horrific. Well, I'll tell you this story first. So we did a segment a little bit ago about people that had doctors make mistakes on them, and we went to break, and immediately I turned to Diz and I fired off like a handful of expletives and about how like effed up the stories were. And then I picked up a winner and I specifically said, dude, that was an effed up story. And then I looked down and the mic is about right here and it's on. And hot mic. And I'm pretty sure, based on everything I know, that I was able to dump it all. But I don't remember it off the top of my head. But you have to have a I left the mic on moment.
Yeah, you and I have had a couple where we were talking about some very discreet things and looked up and the microphones were on. Mine wasn't so much that it was a dump button malfunction. I was in the host studio at Real
Mo
Radio.
didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. He said he was paying attention. Oh, come on. Let it go.
No, I used to cuss people out on my overnight show, and then I would I would hit the dump button, and I would say, "Man, you can't use that language."
I've seen that classic Garabo.
It's
move.
a great Garabo
It's fun.
move.
It really it's a treat for the room. It really pops the crowd.
Thank you. Well, unfortunately, early in my career, I did it a lot worse and said a lot worse things. So this guy called, we got into it, and I was like, "Yeah, well, you can S my effing C, you MFing F word." And then I hit the dump button, and I go, and I just hit the dump button, so no one had to hear what you just said to me. Phone lines lit.
Oh no!
Oh no, we heard exactly what you said.
Damn.
To him.
Ooh.
Damn.
I mean, it's the middle of the night.
Damn.
Glad you made it.
It's in my 20s.
You did teach me the importance of sometimes just popping the room. Like Drew would do it, and I think I've done it a handful of times with Diz, where I'll say something really just to
like that. That's a great.
Is that a good example?
that one a little too close to home today, but yes, a great example of what could be possible.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah, oh, man, that was
glad three's here.
Yeah.
Glad it's 3 p.m.
Oh man, it was like I was listening to the words coming out of your mouth, and it was like taking me a second to register what was actually being said.
Don't say dump.
Yeah. No. What was it? You're supposed to throw up the X.
Like at a concert.
Dump. John's Joints being brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash. Just such a great car wash, especially if you're passionate about getting and keeping your vehicle clean every single day. Dude, I've been seeing these people show videos of the love bug swarms. I don't know where they've been hiding, but they're out there and they're going to ruin the front of your car. Unless you have an unlimited membership plan for Bubble Down where you can go through as many times as you'd like, those spacious vacuum areas, go through the long tunnels, equals a cleaner car and a staff that's always going to be looking out for every single thing you've got going on. They've got locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill. So check them out today. Oh, a new location in South Tampa on Southdale Mabry. Check them out today, and you will have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down.
Say, John, if I am a member of Bubble Down and
God,
I
you scared me.
No.
Get your dump out.
I want to take care of those love bugs in my car, right? And so I go through and it takes care of it. But then these friggin' rainstorms come and ruin my freshly washed car. Am I screwed?
Nope. You're going to be able to go right back through. And I appreciate you asking because there are a lot of things working against you here in the state of Florida. I actually wrote myself a note. It's kind of exciting, and I didn't get to saying this yet. I read a big meteorological article this morning about how next week around Tuesday or Wednesday we will be flipped on our head when it comes to our weather patterns, and the drought will essentially be ending if everything goes as planned, next week, and we're going to be entering a very wet and juicy era here in the state of Florida, at least for probably the next month. So the rain is coming, my people. Don't you worry about that.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. My crops need it. My crops need it more than ever.
You do have crops.
I really do. Tonight we're doing there's a name for it. I don't want to mess it up, but I think it's a coleche. Coleche.
What's that?
Like Koleche. I've heard of that. What is it?
Hold on. How do you think you spell it?
Koleche. Koleche. I might be wrong on that.
Hold on. Let me see. Colache or colache, not with a K. Colache. And what it is it's pretty much a vegetarian taco filling or vegetarian Mexican side that is consists of zucchini and onions and garlic and pepper and cilantro.
Yum.
So we're having colache tacos tonight with zucchini from the garden. Damn, we're swimming in zucchini, baby. We're swimming in zucchini. That's all I can say. What a rescue mission. 11 people survived a plane crash at sea, then spent 5 harrowing hours in a raft before they were plucked to safety during a miraculous rescue, according to officials earlier today. The craft went down about 80 miles from Melbourne on Tuesday, and 11 people on board, including one Moses DeWitt. Oh, my God. No, that was a joke. 11 people on board are accounted for. And from what I've seen, and this is from the Air Force Major Elizabeth Powati, and from what I've seen, I mean, for all these people to survive is a miracle. A team of Air Force reservists were training in the area when they got word of a possible downed flight and headed to the scene to find survivors in a raft. They had already been in the water in the raft for 5 hours, and you could tell they were in rough shape, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The survivors had no way to communicate or call for help, but fortunately their emergency locator transmitter beacon led rescuers to the scene. And man, for a plane like that to go down and all 11 people make it onto the raft and ultimately be saved is a miracle. And what a story to tell your grandkids or your kids.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You said it was Melbourne. Was that Melbourne, Florida, or
Melbourne,
Australia?
Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right off the coast.
Off the coast of Australia with the
you're
great
screwed.
whites
Done.
they got.
Yeah.
Like, just kill me.
You are absolutely you're absolutely screwed. You were, I don't know if you heard it and you were out of town. Mo was coming back from Nashville and he was sending me he was supposed to be on with us, and he was sending me very ominous texts saying that they were having problems in the air. So he was coming back from Nashville and they had to pretty much divert around. It got crazy. They couldn't make it to Orlando, so they ended up having to divert and stay in the air, and then they had to make an emergency landing in the Panhandle to get more fuel. Eventually, it sounded pretty hairy.
I mean, having your own plane for convenience is awesome, right? Like flying from Tampa to Orlando. But eventually, if you're flying like that, something like that's going to happen. There's a little margin for error when you're up in the air.
It is. And I've never been fear of flying guy. Sometimes I'll take, too many milligrams before I get on a plane. And then I'm just laying there whoa, we're in the sky. How? I don't understand. What is life? But I don't generally have a fear of flying. You get me into one of those little planes and it's just not the biggest reach. If you're on a giant commercial plane, you can at least tell yourself, well, these planes don't really crash. This is very, very rare for a plane like this to crash. You're on a little 10-seater private plane and you go, well, these are the types of planes that crash.
Yeah.
And we might be going down.
Yeah, when I flew from Toronto to Detroit, we had to get on the tarmac.
On this trip.
On
this trip.
Little puddle jumper.
Yeah, I was like, what is this, a private jet? We got on it. We were the last seats, too, which is the worst, because they had to change our flight because of delays. You can't even recline or anything like that. It's the scariest thing, because when you're coming down, it's rumbling like nobody's business.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Dude,
scariest thing.
We had to do that once. We went to California, and I think we had to fly into Denver. We had to fly into Denver to then take a puddle jumper to Santa Barbara. And the thing was, we had the day. So we went out into Denver and we hit up the dispensaries like you do. And at some point before we got on the plane, I started panicking. And I remember I had these big green gummies. They were called Green Hornets. And I was like, I guess I just got to eat them. So I ate them. And then I remember, same deal, walking out onto the tarmac and being like, well, I've never been on a plane this small, and now I'm overdosed, and this is going to be a rough flight on the way there. I wanted to ask you both, and we talked about it a little bit with Gordy yesterday when we were talking TV shows, and the plane crash thing got me thinking about it. Have you both at some point in your life read or watched some version of Lord of the Flies?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
A lot of people read the book. Like
read it.
For a lot of people, you had to read it in school, right?
Yeah.
Did you read it or did you watch something, Diz?
Both. I read and watched the thing. It was with the conch, right? And whoever has it gets to talk.
Yeah. Dude, that new version, we finished it. That new version is absolutely insane. It's on Netflix. It's one of the top shows. And I just couldn't really remember if it was vastly different than the story, but we had to turn it off on the finale. We finished it, but during the finale, we had to turn it off.
It was that bad?
It's crazy, dude.
I want to watch it.
It is. It's crazy. And it's you take for granted. Like, first of all, they're all little kids. They're all little kids, which makes it weird and hard to watch. But I just feel like the way that they told this story. Because I know there was a movie in the 90s, and it was like gritty and almost like borderline horror film. And this was really dug into the kids' like personalities. And for the first 2 episodes, you're kind of just like falling in love with these cute little kids. Like believe it or not, they're all British, which I still watched. But they're just on the island, and they're trying to figure it out. And there's, they're kind of being dicks to each other. But when it turns, like it is haunting to the soul. In the last episode, if you remember, kind of the stuff that happens. Piggy, dude.
Oh yeah. Older.
Dude, the piggy stuff is so hard to watch. It's just brutal, dude. It's absolutely brutal.
That's what Sarah's daughter-in-law's niece told us, Alana. She's like 15, and we were talking about it on Mother's Day, and she was like, just get ready for some piggy stuff.
Yeah. And in the story, what do you remember happening to Piggy? Okay, so
he's trying to talk, and then they pushed a rock on him.
Yeah,
they crushed him.
Yeah, and he kind of, again, there's no spoilers because the story's been around since the beginning of time. But in the story, and this was the part I was trying to remember, did they kind of like threw that rock at him and then he was dead?
Yeah, they dropped. It was like they rolled it off when he was talking and hit him and killed him.
Okay, yeah. Let's just say it doesn't happen so quickly.
Oh no! They had to bash him.
It's worse than that.
And they're all dancing around the fire.
It's worse. And these kids and the way that they turn evil and the way that they it's shot in such like an artsy type of way where like the way these kids are dressed and the way that they act is just it's mortifying.
All right,
it's something.
You're not making it sound like a very pleasant watch.
Like I'll tell you, it takes a lot for us to have to shut something off.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let's take a break.
I think we're good here on the season finale.
Let's take a break for a bit.
The fact that they are speaking in British accents and you made it through the show.
I've always been enamored with the story because I too read it in school, and then I remember my cousin. I think the one that came out had to be like in the 90s, maybe 95 or 96. I remember watching that when I shouldn't have probably, and being. It's just such a morbidly fascinating, weird story with these kids that I just, as soon as I saw it, I wanted to know what it was about. And yeah, the fact that I fought through those British accents of those little kids is something else.
That's what I was hoping the show Yellow Jackets would be more like. And then I watched it, and it was it wasn't good.
It
wasn't too much cannibalism.
It had its moments, but but it also went to like borderline paranormal. I remember the problem I had with it when I shut it off was you couldn't distinguish who was a ghost and who was dead and who was alive. And there was like a person that kept coming around that was really gone. But the night that they accidentally set the body on fire.
That was one of the best scenes ever.
That was
my God.
They switched from seeing a feast to that.
And they're just like,
what's that?
Is that KFC?
Smells delicious.
Something smells really, really nice.
I don't mind watching girls eating each other, but I don't want to watch girls eat each other. Hey!
Is it even still a thing? Are they still doing? I don't even know if they're. I know that they brought it out on Netflix, but I don't know if they're still doing.
I don't know.
The Yellow Jackets?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I think
soundtrack was really good.
Yeah, it had its moments. What's the one lady that you love that everybody loves? Julianne.
The one with the bug eyes.
Julie. Right? Famous from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, not Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Juliette Lewis.
Yes.
She's great.
Yeah, she's really good in that as well.
Yeah, her modern day version where she's a mess.
Yeah, like that was fun too to see how they were all messed up by it. But
Christina Ricci's in that too, right?
Yeah.
Hell of a cast. Man, this is
still going by the way.
Oh, it is still. Yeah, I know that the old stuff's on Netflix, and I think the new ones are on Showtime. Man, this is crazy. And when it was going on, I was sucked into it, and we watched the documentaries. We watched the actual TV series that they made with actors in it. And you got to wonder how connected this dude really is, because Alex Murdo, the disgraced South Carolina legal, icon of his own area, was found guilty of killing his wife and son, had his murder conviction sensationally overturned this morning by the state Supreme Court after it found that the local county clerk had placed her, this is a quote, placed her fingers on the scales of justice. Murdo, 57, serving 2 consecutive life sentences without parole for the grisly 2021 murders of his wife, Maggie, and their 22-year-old son, Paul, following a dramatic 6-week trial that gripped the nation in 2023. Although we are aware of the time, money, and effort expended for his lengthy trial, we have no choice but to reverse the denial of Murdoch's motion for a new trial due to Hill's improper external influences on the jury and remand for a new trial, the justices wrote in a 5-0 ruling. Despite having his conviction tossed and a new trial ordered, Murdo will not be allowed to walk free. He is also serving concurrent 40-year federal and 27-year state sentences for financial crimes for stealing from his clients. A lot of people saying, though, if it did go sideways with this murder trial and they can't get those to stick, he will probably be able to finagle his way out of prison at some point. And you just have to, if you watch the stuff about him, like, this family was so embedded in this community that they could do no wrong for generations and generations. And it could just be they didn't cross their T's and dot their I's, or it could be all of that influence coming back to cover his ass all of these years later.
Generations of corruption, like you said. If you watch the documentaries, like not just this Murdo dude, but his dad and his daddy's dad and dad, their influence on the police department, on the investigative forces, etc. I think we were all kind of waiting for something like this to happen to not overturn his conviction, but at least give him a new trial.
Yeah, and the other element of that story that was so insane was the son, Paul Murdo, the son of Alex Murdo, was wasted, crashed his family's boat into a bridge in Beaufort, South Carolina, killing this 19-year-old girl. And that was really the first time you learned this family could do no wrong and that they protected this kid so much throughout that. And that kind of, in a lot of ways, sent all of this into motion. But just a wild set of circumstances here.
Didn't the family maid fall down the stairs in
yes,
air quotes?
Yeah.
And
that was the other thing. There was all these things. They think they killed the family maid because she knew too much. And then I think that somebody would tell you that Buster, there were allegations that he killed a guy because he found out that he was gay then he beat him with a baseball bat. So, I mean, this family was just surrounded by death and crime and seemingly got their way out of everything. And this was like finally the moment that this family was being held accountable. And here we are, just 5 years later, and he's getting this conviction overturned. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next.
Yeah, so the clerk exerted her influence on the jury to get a guilty verdict because she was writing a book about the trial?
Yeah.
How do you exert, how would you go about doing that? Finding the jurors and just being like, hey, y'all think he's guilty, right?
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think it takes just that much. I mean, when it comes to influencing or doing something improper with a jury, I think the line is pretty fine, fellow juror. I think it's pretty fine to what they will take as you messed with their thought process at some point.
Yeah, we don't mention this enough, but you and I are probably the only two foremen of jurors on the radio in Tampa Bay.
Dude,
separately.
I can't tell you how much I think about every time I go to get the mail that I just want that summons in there.
Same. I want it again.
I want to be back.
We're back, baby.
I want to be right.
Same.
Dude, I mean, I don't want someone to have to be murdered for it to happen. But, dude, if I got called on a murder trial,
that'd be ideal.
I think I could really make a difference in this community.
I agree. You already have, but I think that we could do more.
Yeah, dude, I still see the attorney that was for the defense. I've seen him like 2 or 3 times out. I saw him at Ace Hardware a couple weeks ago, and he always just wants to chat about the case and was so grateful that I talked about it so openly. So
yeah, I think about my judge all the time. He had me speak at a panel for Hillsborough County jurors and attorneys, and I loved the experience. And I'm here to tell, if you get that summons in the mail, you're going to roll your eyes. Embrace it, do it. Watching justice happen and being able to affect it is brilliant. It's amazing.
This is just snitch talk to you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, here we are having the these observations. And just
I like pointing him out in court. That's the guy that deserves to go away. Throw the book at him.
It is crazy though, and I heard somebody on the station talking about this recently, about how I was surprised that being a member of the local media, when they went through the jury selection process, they like kind of grilled me about the station and about what the show's about and
Makes
stuff.
sense.
And I would have thought, because I'll be honest, I was prepared to go. Like,
Ditto.
I missed a few days of work and I was like, okay, if this doesn't work out, that's fine. So they're like, what do you talk about? I'm like, we talk about everything. We talk about local news stories. We talk about our lives. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this probably they think could be a bit of an issue.
Not at all.
It was not
Really?
was not a thing
The
at all.
opposite, I think. For some reason, I think they looked at that almost like an asset. For some reason, maybe we're able to be unbiased. I don't know.
Do you think there's got to be a line to that though, right? Like if it was a newsman, say
like Jack Harris?
Jack Harris or somebody that was like a straight newsman, like would that make a difference? Because you would think somewhere in the media it becomes a conflict of interest.
It depends on who it is. I think like a Mark Wilson, he's going to get on a jury because the guy exudes fairness and coolness. Yeah. But like somebody who's not, I don't know anybody who wouldn't be, but.
I miss my jurors. We had a group chat going for a while, and we kept in touch. I thought we were going to be like lifelong friends, but everybody dropped off. A couple, really just one, hit me up once and asked for tickets, and that was about as far as our relationship went.
Yeah, mine went as far as the parking garage. We all walked back together. Yeah. One of them got into a Porsche 911 Turbo, and I looked. I was like, "That's your car?" And he said, "Yeah." And that was it.
I just remember the one lady who, when we sat down, was like so far from everybody else in the room. And she was like an older black lady. And she just was certain that this guy was nothing but a money-hungry liar. And like we sit down and she's like, this is all BS. I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. I'm not signing off on giving this guy $1. And I mean, we were in the middle, but that's why it took us longer than anybody would have thought.
You had to flip her.
I think most cases like this, they're like, okay, they'll be out of there in 30 minutes.
Right.
I think we were in there for like 6.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were in there all day, and you could tell they were probably annoyed to be honest. But when by the time it was all said and done, and I got to talk to the attorneys, they pretty much told me that like we were way more detailed than we needed to be, because you had to decide how much money you wanted to give him.
Yeah.
So we went with a fine-tooth comb through all of his medical records, starting at day one and saying, okay, this is reasonable. If you got in a car accident, you probably should have done this, and then you probably should have done this, and then I guess it makes sense to do that. And then once it got to a point where you're like, this guy's probably reaching, we cut it off. So we went through so much of it down to the dollar amount, and they were like, oh yeah, probably didn't need to do that.
Yeah, we had it figured out in 15 minutes, and it was all one way. And then this one older white lady speaks up, and she goes, I got to say, we're ruling with emotion here. And she made us all look at it again, and I'll be damned if we didn't go 6-1 one way and then 7-0 the other way.
Oh, wow.
One person.
Yeah, it
swayed all y'all.
It's a very unique, fun thing. Would you actively trying to sabotage yourself if you got picked? Like, would your goal be to go?
Oh,
in
they're
there?
looking for you if you are. They are very on high alert.
I was gonna say, you don't know what you're going for. You just know it's a case. So if I knew it was a murder case, no, absolutely not. I'd actually want to be involved in that. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
But if it's like it's a tax invasion, I go, oh,
yeah, get me out of here.
Yeah, I do a podcast on that. I don't know if I'm the guy. I might be biased.
There was somebody in this building who works for an attorney in this building who was picked in the initial group, and I just remember them grilling her so hard, and she got booted. She got booted. They really honed in on asking her about whether or not she thought it was appropriate to have surveillance on people that were suing for money.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I remember just thinking like, damn, they're being really hard on her.
Yeah.
And then they ended up giving her the boot. And then I found out she works in this building. Damn. And then I found out she's my neighbor.
Oh,
small world, John.
Yeah, it really is. All right, don't. And then you might remember they invited me to go out on their boat, but her husband said I needed to be interviewed by him first before I could go out on their boat.
And you declined.
I didn't have the interview yet. Oh, you want to know something funny? You know something funny?
Yeah.
Dude, Rise Up. Reggae Rise Up.
Yeah.
They're huge Rise Up reggae people. So I had seen her downstairs here, and I said, are you going to Rise Up? She said, no, we don't have tickets. They were going to see the Elevators at Red Rocks for this weekend. She goes, so we decided to do that. And I said, sometimes we end up with extra tickets. So, let me know. And I had an extra pair. And so she said, my husband's going to swing by your house and pick him up. So I met him that day for the first time. I was like, you're the guy that wanted to interview me to go on your boat.
What did he say?
Right?
He brought his mic and he started questioning.
He just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, good.
Very,
that could go
good.
one of two ways.
Yeah, no, very good. Good spirits. All right, do not go anywhere. We got more joints on the way. Man, this was a last-minute addition to the joints, but a Michigan shoplifter hid blank in her body cavity.
Oh, no.
It is an item that you would think could not be held in your body cavity. I'll tell you about that and a story that Drew sent me last night of a child probably just thinking they're doing the right thing, trying to make a difference in the world, and it absolutely blowing up in their face. That and a bunch more coming up next in John's Joints.
What a wild trip it's been. What a wild trip it's been.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Disabled vehicle we had in the right lane at I-75 South in Goatington Drive has been moved. The right lane is now back open. Still seeing the usual slowdowns on the Interstate's Hillsborough side. And we do have reports right now of a traffic crash, and it's going to be Providence Road between Riverview Drive and Bloomingdale Avenue. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Guys, here's the truth. Buying a diamond has never been easy, and now with lab-grown diamonds in the mix, it's even trickier. Are you paying too much? Are you really getting the most for your money? Here's the good news. At International Diamond Center, we cut through the confusion. We give you the straight facts, remove the mystery, and teach you how to make a smart choice, whether you're leaning toward a lab-grown diamond or a timeless natural one. For over 40 years, our mission has stayed the same. Protect the consumer. Reveal the real story behind pricing. Expose the tricks so you don't overpay. We've done it with natural diamonds forever. Now, we're doing the exact same thing with lab-grown. At IDC, you'll find an unmatched selection of both, natural and lab-grown, right here in our showroom. We'll let you compare them side by side, as many as you want, until you're completely confident. And no matter which you choose, you get our direct, no-nonsense pricing every day. No inflated markups, no games to maximize profit. Just exceptional value and honest dealing. Don't guess, don't wonder. Come to the experts you can trust. International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Come experience our award-winning service department. We service all makes and all models. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, for a limited time, you'll get the best service offers we've ever had. Like a lube oil and filter change, just $14.95. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. And if that's not enough, we price match the competition. Get $40 off any brake job, alignment, or battery. And our factory-trained technicians can have you in and out in less than an hour. Set your next service appointment at BrandonHonda.com. Call 813-280-0151 for complete details.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, it's Alex Flores from Furman Chevrolet in Brandon. You know, as a veteran, it's important to me that men and women who served our country always feel welcome here because you deserve it. And there's a reason we're #1 Chevy dealer in Tampa. At Furman Chevy Brandon, we say yes. Yes to transparent pricing, no dealer add-ons, no inflated markups. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And from me personally to all all my brothers and sisters who served in the armed forces, yes, you are always welcome here. Come see us on Alamo Drive or visit FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy of Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Guys, this is a cat named Mo for C4MH, the Center for Men's Health. Let me ask you something. 10 years from now, when your liver, kidneys, or even your heart starts failing, are you really going to be thinking about how much money you saved on that dirt cheap knockoff testosterone? The stuff that just showed up at your door that you actually injected into your body, or that doctor who chose big profits over your health. Here's the truth. Most men's health clinics out there use cheap, unapproved testosterone because the margins are huge. It's not about your health. It's about your cash. That's why I've been telling you for over a decade to go to C4MH. Dr. James DiRespino and his team have been treating low T the right way for over 15 years with approved pharmaceutical-grade testosterone. Real care, real labs, real exams with 18 local treatment centers and even $45 express care. Don't risk your health to save a few bucks. Go to C4MH.com. That's C4MH.com. Real, honest, low T care.
AutoNation Toyota Pinellas Park knows that the joy of having a car is in the going. That's why we have prices you can trust on an incredible selection of your favorite new Toyota models. Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Tacoma, Tundras, and more. Plus all your favorite pre-owned cars and trucks. We even offer exceptional service done by our expert techs. No wonder people come from St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Tampa, Largo, Seminole, and Gulfport. So go to AutoNation Toyota Pinellas Park now. Less stress, more go.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Get ready, St. Pete. Cold and Alien Ant Farm are taking over Janice Live Friday, May 15th. Doors at 7. 2 iconic bands. 1 epic night of rock. Tickets on sale now at JaniceLive.com. Don't miss it.
At Farah & Farah, our power comes from lawyers who believe in your case. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Becoming partly cloudy overnight, any showers ending. We'll see low temperatures in the mid-70s. On Thursday, some sunshine, a bit breezy, and actually a little less humid, with high temperatures approaching 90.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. This is the homie, Dylan Catrone. He's going to join us at some point this week, I believe, tomorrow or Friday. Trying to see if I can verify. He has been added to the Next Big Thing Legends event, September 4th at the Baycare Sound. Yellow Card, Water Parks, and Dylan Catrone. There's not a water park. That's the band, Water Parks.
Dude, a water park at the Baycare Sound? Right into the water?
Water Parks, the band, and Dylan Catrone. So I'm hoping.
Wait, the band also, like the night they drove old Dixie down? That Amy, what you got? Wow, Water Park is where we can go on water slides, and the old school, the band.
And Dylan Catrone.
What a day.
Who will debut his new single tomorrow, hopefully, here on the program, and we'll get everybody hyped for NBT. I guess all jokes aside, I guess this Water Parks is like insanely viral. Like there's stuff like the post about Next Big Thing and some of them, if you look at them, have gone just wildly viral, and
Nice.
it's all because water parks is tagged on it. I listened to some of their music last night.
What would you say
I
they
was
are?
super intrigued.
Like an indie pop? Like what?
I guess.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me play a little bit of them.
Thanks.
Water parks.
Notice you've been listening to some younger music.
Emo-ish.
Okay.
Very pop punkish.
Okay.
Very next big thingish.
Yeah.
So my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece went to Rockville over the weekend, and I just got to like studying the lineup because I wanted to like message it because I figured there were some gems in there of people that I'd heard of or something. There wasn't, for the record. I'm looking through all of the different stages. I could not find one person that I knew, but I started listening. I would just like find a name that intrigued me and start listening to it. Dude, there is some insane music out there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember back in the day, like we would go through some of those like heavy metal, death metal, like lyrics and the stuff that they're saying, which I kind of found myself doing on Sunday. Just insane things that these death groups sing about and say and scream about. But you want to know who was on the bill? It was Coal Chamber, which is one of my old school favorites.
That is one of your old schools.
They were there to see My Chemical Romance. My niece got tickets for her birthday because that's like her favorite band ever.
Yeah, younger kids seem to really, really dig them. They see Turnstile by any chance?
I don't think they were there on.
cool.
I don't think they were there on Sunday. It's so the weather, man, always such a problem. I think every day people had to go seek shelter at some point.
Yeah, they almost had to, I guess, postpone or cancel Guns N' Roses because of the weather.
Yeah, which is so crazy because we've had no weather here. I mean, over then it was not raining, but it was terrible storms out there through the stretch.
Was that one of the things you had to tell us?
Nope, that was not even one of the things I had to tell us. Yep, this is bonus. Music related. I was curious if you've seen any of the images or have any thoughts about No Doubt at the Sphere because the feedback that I'm seeing is not good, and the videos that I'm seeing are not good, and they're pretty much saying that now the Sphere is just becoming a ripoff because what No Doubt did for a lot of the visuals was they recreated like music videos. Like there's not like all the wild
trippy
like
stuff.
not all the wild visuals that some of the others have.
Yeah.
It's for a lot of the songs, it was just them like performing the song on the big screen.
Lame.
You haven't seen any of them yet?
Uh-uh.
Hold on, let me see if I can show
I did
you
see
one.
that Maynard is pissed because he said Tool was supposed to be the first band there before U2, but there was some Game of Thrones style politics.
Who are you calling?
Oh.
Are you calling someone?
Oh no. Like that's just
them playing.
It's just them on the screen.
Oh, hey, you know the band you came to see? Here's them
Here they
again.
are.
They're big.
It's
Lee's
like
imaginary-
20-foot them.
We put them
Imaginary
on
visuals.
Yeah, I think to me it needs to be special. Like I don't know that every band, like I'm here for No Doubt reuniting and doing some stuff, but I just think not every band is made for the Sphere. And if you can't create those visuals,
What's a band you think would be perfect that has not performed there yet?
Flaming Lips.
Stick Figure probably.
Oh, that's a good
Stick Figure
one.
would be a good one. Sturgill is another one.
Johnny Blue Skies.
I'm trying to think.
Oh,
of,
Jelly Roll?
No jelly. No jelly. I'd love to see somebody. I'm trying to think if you could get like somebody in almost like the hip hop realm or somebody that would translate to that. He could never sell it out, but he's one of the best live performers and would come up with the trippiest
Tech Nine?
visuals. Would be Tech Nine.
Yeah.
Man, I think I told you this recently. I was watching an interview with Kendrick Lamar, and I always knew it kind of. He really credits Tech Nine for putting him on the map. He put him on that, and I forgot he was even on it. He was on that All 6s and 7s album. Up until that point, it was the biggest feature he had ever done. And then Tech Nine took him out on tour. He said, I learned everything about touring and performing live from Tech Nine, and then he put him on that Fragile track, which I think ended up going like platinum. And he really credits Tech Nine with being the one who like launched his career.
He would be good. Kendrick would have
his live
With
show
his visuals.
is amazing.
Tech Nine could open for Kendrick at the Sphere.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You get best of both worlds for you.
Nickelback.
Nickelback. You want to know what? They'd probably sell out.
Dude, what about the Gathering of the Juggalos?
Oh,
I mean,
my
you couldn't
God.
throw things, obviously, but imagine the carnival.
Dude, That would be bad.
The Dark Carnival at the Sphere.
They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. The other note that I had was Kristen Smart. Remember, we listened to the podcast. This was the girl who went missing from college in St. Louis Obispo in California many years ago, and they did an entire podcast called, I believe it was called Your Own Backyard.
Yeah, it was that kid, like the kid who was the busboy in the restaurant or something.
Yeah. So this is, and I don't know if you'll remember these details, but I'll try and explain it as best I can. So this girl, they believe the guy got arrested. The guy and his family got arrested because
his dad was covering it up.
When the podcast launched, they started monitoring the family's communications. And when the podcast came out, they all started freaking out and messaging each other.
What do we do?
Exactly. So they went to, they ended up all getting in trouble. The mom, the dad, and the guy, Paul Flores,
That's him.
and his parents. So there was a detail from that podcast that if you would have told me to say one thing from the podcast that like stuck with me, there was one thing from that podcast that was so creepy. And it was, so this girl goes missing. Years later, the guy who they thought did it, his mom had a house. She put the house up for rent, and these people were renting the house. And every night at the same time, they would hear an alarm coming from underneath the house.
What?
And they pretty much explained it in this podcast that there's a good chance, based on the way this Kristen girl lived her life, that it was her watch's alarm that was going off in the middle of the night under this house. And
man.
and scientists now believe, after taking soil samples from that house, they're not saying it's her, but they say there is evidence of decomposing human remains were very strong in one specific area under the house, which would be the area where that freaking alarm was coming from.
Now, did her dad die? I mean, his dad, Paul Flores' dad.
No, I don't believe he's dead yet.
Okay.
I think he's in jail.
Oh, good.
Convicted 2022 for the killing of Kristen Smart.
Good.
At Cal Poly. But man, if it ends up being under that house and those people were hearing that, were here, and I think they said then the cops came out and searched the area, but creepy story.
Yeah, those parents and their ability to cover up for Paul's murder, maybe even murders, because he might have done it before, right?
Yeah. I mean, he probably murdered her and called his mommy and daddy right away, and they helped him. People do crazy things for their kids. A Michigan woman was arrested and then rushed to the hospital after she stole, do you guys know what it was?
I do.
A bottle of wine and hid it inside of her body cavity. The 48-year-old was allegedly caught by shopkeepers drinking a bottle of alcohol in the Traverse City liquor store without paying for it and returned the next day to get a bottle of Chardonnay. Employees had attempted to stop her, but were unable to find the pilfered booze. That is until police arrested her and found it stashed inside an unnamed bodily orifice, at which point she was brought to the Munson Medical Center for treatment. The woman who has not been named has been charged with 2 counts of retail fraud, 1 count of smuggling and trespassing. The Post has reached out to the police for more details, but they have not. Got to be in the Vaheen, right? Got to be up front.
Yes.
I would hope so.
Yeah. How do you?
Very carefully.
I know it's what's the word I'm looking for? It has the ability to snap back. It's a what's the word I'm looking for?
Elastic.
Elastic is one of them.
Flexible.
But, either way, I know that it can handle. It can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Yeah.
But to think that you could get an entire bottle of wine and then like move about and not have it found immediately, like it must be so far gone that it's up there.
She's waddling for sure.
Oh, for sure. And the worst part is she's a very honest woman, because when she would go into a restaurant, she'd be like, "Excuse me, could you charge me a corking fee?"
Yeah.
We don't see a bottle of wine anymore. Trust me on this one.
Oh man, that is the dedication. How badly do you want and need that bottle of wine that you're willing to do that?
Just drink it in the store.
Yeah. And my next question is, what end first?
Oh, definitely big end first, because you got to be able to pull it out, right?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, dude, you could just serve it right out of you could just leave it up there and just serve it right from.
You want to be real careful with that corkscrew, unless it's a screw off top.
I can only hope it was a screw top.
God.
It was a screw top.
Like, I could see someone doing that at Burns. Like, if you go to tour their wine cellar and they have like $20,000 bottles of wine, you'd be like, up the old snooch.
Yeah.
But not at like a wine and more or whatever.
I thought you meant there was a lady at Burns that serves like that. I was like, what?
That'd be impressive.
That'd be a great that'd be a great wrinkle wrinkle at a strip club.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if wrinkle is the right terminology.
I like
there, but-
bottle service.
Yeah.
You know which one.
I'll take a bottle of that Chianti.
That's good. Hey, would you mind if I'm going to stick around for Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy? Can we do Borum at the end of that?
Yeah.
Because I missed
Dude,
something.
of course.
All right, cool. Don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live's coming up next. He's got your next chance at $1,000 coming up at 5 o'clock. And I'll be hanging around for Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy. Diz, thank you so much for everything. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Shout out to my guy, Bratcher Brown, for hopping on with us today. Thank you very much, Drew. I'll be
Thank
here
you,
and
buddy.
see you momentarily. Thank you to everybody who called and participated in the program today. If you've been thinking about getting your medical marijuana card, what are you waiting on? It is time, and there is no better way than marijuanadoctor.com. They've got locations all across the state of Florida. It is so easy, and there is one near you. From Sarasota, St. Pete, Tampa, Brandon, back down, around. If you can hear our voice, there's a marijuana doctor near you. Book the appointment online, marijuanadoctor.com, and use the code BONE30. That's going to give you $30 off the initial certification. You're not going to find savings like that anywhere else. And the dispensaries, I have to say, as a man who has his card, they're beautiful. And you'll find different dispensaries that have different things that you like. I love to get my flower from Jungle Boys. I know Drew loves to get his edibles from Cure Leaf. The pre-rolls from Sunburn are great. They've even got the old school hash coin. The products in the state of Florida have really grown so much, but to get them, you need to get your card, and the certification comes same day. Book it now, marijuanadoctor.com, and use that code BONE30 before it's gone. Thank you. We'll be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Senning Show is over.
Have me license, so me no afraid of federally. Them legalize the herb so you can burn it up front. We not sell you no Reggie, we no give you no slum.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need cash to pay for new streaming services because your ex won't let you share the passwords anymore? We've got you covered. It's The Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Disabled vehicle we had in the right lane at I-75 South and Gilsington Drive has been moved. The right lane is now back open. Still seeing the usual slowdowns on the Interstate's Hillsborough side. And we do have reports right now of a traffic crash, and it's going to be Providence Road between Riverview Drive and Bloomingdale Avenue. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Rear-ended by a dump truck. A man suffered brain damage no MRI could detect. Farah and Farah used expert medical evidence to uncover the rare condition and secured $5.7 million. Let Farah cook, Tampa.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
My name is attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
Man, I love this place.
I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hey, fellas. It's JoJo here, a.k.a. Judge Juicy. We need to talk about something serious for a second. Your penis. If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, so is your partner. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it, because at Prestige Men's Medical Center, they restore men's sex lives. Even when Viagra and Cialis don't work, their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE regardless of your age or your medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right there in the office before you even leave. Men, you can now last longer. And the best part of Prestige Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone check for free. Do yourself the favor and call today. 813-288-2202. Get your confidence back. Get back to your old self.